And then when the Mandela effect hit, it's like, okay, I see the V because it's separated now. Now it makes sense, but not until I saw the Mandela effect and I saw that little gap, then I distinguished it was a V and a W. But I always thought it was an X, a solid X. That's how I knew that it never had a little line there. Yep. Does it make sense? You know, because
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was little and I was like 11 years old, and I always looked at them. It's like it didn't make sense at all. It always confused me. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
1961, yet again, ambiguity persists. At casual glance of this picture, without hyper-awareness, I think one would lean towards no separating divider.
No, I see a separation right here.
Yeah, also Windy B used to see the X too.
As well as these from 1972.
I wasn't the only one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to see the
Certainly
X.
media like this depicting a nebulous mix of what comes across as undivided and divided logos would later impact memories when hyper-awareness starts to startle and alert them unnecessarily that something is supposedly wrong. And this wasn't exclusive to the distant past. Here's one from 1999 displaying ambiguity.
What?
Here's another from 1967.
I don't see it.
I don't know, there's nothing there.
The VW Rabbit, although slow selling ultimately, was fairly rife in ads in the late 70s to the mid-80s. Ads such as this one firmly added to perception the emblem looked a certain way.
I don't know why, but why did they change the name to Golf?
The Golf?
Yeah, the Rabbit became a Golf. Yeah.
Yeah, just remarketing. They were getting old. Yeah. Need something fresh and new.
Just throw a new name on it. Like, okay.
That's my guess. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's all the car companies do anyway. Yeah.
I mean, it's still a rabbit, but I see when I see a Golf, it's still a
any
rabbit.
Company.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I just had to make that comment because that was pretty weird.
And in 1984, this convention was still in full effect. Another rabbit ad. With this 1971 advertisement, one should think, well, it's the nature of the press and ink we're used to from newspapers. The outer circle's missing and the center less nuanced because of misalignment and shallow
He's putting this
typeface.
out.
Not that any of that is given real thought, but is reflexive and automatic assumption tucked away into our memory. You saw nothing but the logo as a whole, solid all the way through. There was no real reason to think otherwise, since a hyper-aware, close examination of the logo wasn't on anyone's mind just yet. Over and over through the decades, this is what flashed in front of people's eyes.
This guy's just one big.
Without hyper-awareness or the assumption that, quote-unquote, something is wrong, who would think anything of this simultaneous evidence? Most likely, nobody ever flinched, and the full-on print showing itself in its entirety in ambiguity is once again assumed to be the actual VW logo.
Yeah, I think he's AI. If you ask my opinion.
In 1990, the debut of the Volkswagen Passat spawned many adverts throughout many various papers. Again, the logo here is ambiguous, bordering on undivided, and with...
Splatter, change the speed to like 1.25, because this is like so long.
Yep, it is. And you can see a gap here. This guy's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see the gap there. Yeah. I used to love when they had the whole Farfignugan ad campaign. You see the commercials on TV. I just always thought that was the funniest thing in the world. To my juvenile brain.
Yeah, I know it never made any sense, but yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. Well, because it was German. It was probably like a German word for something, or a made-up German word, something. You know, I mean, that's what they were getting at. But I ended up getting a sticker that was like a parody sticker for my car, and I had it on my car for years, and it said "fucking groovin'," and it had the similar stick figure, but doing something dirty.
Oh no!
But anyway, sorry, didn't mean to sidetrack with the story. I was just filling time while you.
No, it's fine.
That's all part of it. Yeah.
Got ready.
Ink error
I
making
totally
it
forgot
unclear
about that
to what the
until just
logo
now.
actually is. Bias and assumption, however, automatically take over and make nothing of it. The nature of newspaper typographical error created undefined blotchy patterns and casually was accepted. "21 days before that, however, in another paper with the same
This
advertisement
is
template,
1.25
the logo
speed.
print
Maybe
is
we should do
distinct and clear.
1.5.
It is.
The
It doesn't
print bleed
seem
and
like it's any
shoutiness
faster,
of the
but
later
Yeah.
advertisement secured the internal bias of the assumed logo.
See?
In a hyper-aware state, this ambiguity creates doubt for those who
No, I
can't
said
reconcile
pause.
the
She said go
normal,
to
reasonable
1.5.
explanation.
Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
Some
maybe
copies
we
of this
should do
particular
1.5.
advertisement template, which was quite popular.
Didn't pause.
Yeah, I said if this is 1.25 speed, maybe we should do 1.5.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LBK is taking off. She's going to
Good
bed.
night,
LJ?
No, LBK.
LBK.
Oh, LVK. Have a great night.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Yep. Like always.
Yeah. Puck Elf
It-
is asking
it
a
has been a great
question.
show.
Yeah.
What's
Puck
Puck
Elf
asking?
is asking a question why we're watching this video.
We're reacting to it. This was sent to us by trolls that are calling us liars. With a video that's showing all the residue that has ever existed for Volkswagen, apparently.
Yeah.
Isn't this
wrong.
guy that called you Majesty
No,
of
this is not the
Mandela?
Majesty guy. No. Well, it might
No?
be.
No.
I do suspect it's him.
Yeah, I think so.
suspect it's him.
Yeah, I think that's the guy that called you Majesty. That's why we you had that crown on Luna. Yeah.
Yeah, what guy? What?
Yeah, this guy was
Interesting.
he came to the show and he was calling Sandy Your Majesty of
I know.
Mandela.
Connor was there.
Yeah, I was
I was
there.
there,
You
yeah.
think
Okay.
this guy that's doing this video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do suspect it's him. I suspect this is the one person, yes.
Yeah.
The
He's the
junk
only
is
one
on?
that's stalking Sandy.
Well,
Could be. I don't know.
Well, yeah. No, he means like troll-wise.
Yeah.
I know.
For the Passat's launch, demonstrate the ambiguous logo.
That's better.
And once again, we come closer to the more recent past, still seeing this ambiguity, creating the suggestibility of the nature of the logo.
Look at that light go now.
In 2000, one can see this confusion
Yeah, it's an
persisted.
annoying background.
This
It really
advertisement
is.
from the mid-90s, which incidentally suggests 30-something and older as the target audience, shows further confusion by a fused VW logo on the car, in turn
That
appearing
is
to be
so
solid
weird.
and undivided. This
Like, why
particular
is it-
emblem, however,
Yeah.
for basically the entire commercial line had
The
a
hell is
divided
that?
emblem. But it happened
Alright,
to feature
pause.
one of the tighter divided emblems.
It's a black and white image, and it looks like the emblem on the hood, but the contrast is bumped up so much that you can't tell what it's on.
I think it's a dashboard.
Oh,
of the
I
car.
see. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I see it now. Sorry, all I saw was the negative, the black area up in the white space, and
Okay.
like I thought it was a picture of something totally different. But now I see how it could be a car. Yeah,
Yeah, I see it now. I thought it was a dashboard.
and those are the headlights. The headlights to the right, and
Yeah, and there's the windshield
logos
wiper
in the
here.
middle,
The
Yeah.
hood gap. Why the hood's open for some reason? There's a gap.
or the hood. Yeah, that just light reflecting off the hood. Yeah, I see it now.
Oh yeah, totally. But when I first popped up, I thought it was a dashboard.
Yeah, I did too. I thought that was like a dashboard, and they were looking out their window, and like the
Yeah.
black stuff, the black in the white area was like something going across the sky or a weird cloud or something. That was my first image of what I saw.
Yeah, that's weird.
And I'm like,
It-
why would there be a Volkswagen logo on the dashboard? That didn't make sense. But,
Well, it does.
anyway,
Yeah,
yeah, we can
usually
probably go ahead.
is. But why are the headlights out? Yeah, why is the the glove box still lit up here?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
let's continue.
Yep.
With no space. For years, typographical error, casual perceptual glance, and distance easily created an illusion the logo has always been undivided.
Always.
Even more recent in
Always
2003,
undivided.
this is our perceptual experience. Yet again, the emblem comes across as undivided in this prevalent 1994 Jeddah advertisement. Another thing we
Jeddah was
observe is the
good, too.
Mandela proponents often engages in biased
Yeah.
investigation.
Josh, you can
So when
stop
it suits
sharing.
them
It's
and
okay.
their case, they will refer to a certain source, say newspaper
Oh,
archives.
okay.
But when the evidence counters what they are asserting as true, they will ignore that source. I haven't seen much posting about Volkswagen using any newspaper archives. What I have noticed are countless articles depicting the official logo with the divider or separator. This may be the reason they haven't considered the archives for proving logo evidence. So just to honor the evidence they would only use when it serves them, here we can see the logo with a separating divider through different time periods. For those aware, they implicitly understand this emblem coexisted with an undivided version, and apart from real photos that anybody can find of this logo, more importantly is the sheer volume of the ambiguous logo created by newspaper print errors in the same time periods. Here are a few examples of the official main logo from the archives.
Uh-huh. He found the gap.
Yeah, I know. The way it's
Right
always
above his
been.
bald spot.
And it goes on. There are of course tons of examples showing the actual and official logo. Let's dissect the supposed evidence Mandela effect believers are using for proof.
Oh no.
As proof, using these relics and things in and of themselves is ridiculous. First is the video of a person showing a proprietary VW jack that happens to have a teeny tiny emblem engraved on it. This teeny tiny emblem also happens to be undivided. This they consider proof. First, let's not be so naive. We have discussed the challenges of engraving logos with nuance onto various surfaces and objects. We've discussed the third-party self-made logos. We've also discussed counterfeits, although I am sure this jack is not one of those. Would a reasonable person think that a manufacturer would spend their time tediously engraving such a small logo with the utmost nuance on a jack? Or something obviously passable? And despite that anyway, we already know the undivided emblem is not a mystery. It exists and has coexisted with the official logo.
What?
The second is another video, and this one is a doozy. I'm stunned by the absurdity some people accept as the truth. In this video, the person claims the VW logo in the movie Back to the Future during the mall parking lot scene is actually changing before our eyes due to Mandela effect on tape.
Yeah.
The year is 2016, and that is the explanation for what we are seeing in this specific clip. Here is the real explanation to what is happening. Low-quality converted or compressed video will suffer artifacts. Not only production of error, but compensation of it could also produce artifacts. One such artifact is known as broken artifacts. An object appears pixelated, smeared, or apparently vanishes momentarily. We have all experienced this with DVR, for example. Look at this picture.
We need to pause it.
In fact,
we just gotta say
you want
something.
to get the picture.
Yeah.
It's well, I got something to say. Like, does anybody else remember this but me? But I swear, you know, I remember seeing the logo changing, or the logo being residue at least, as it being a Volkswagen. But does anybody remember the Mandela that it used to be a Toyota truck, or everybody thought it was a Volkswagen, and then it became a Toyota? Like, you know, one of those old box Toyotas. It looked exactly the same and everything, but does anybody remember that being a Toyota truck?
I do.
Because I swear every time I see that, I question that.
Yeah, the buzz used to be pointy, like square, pointy on the front. And it was brown.
Right, but do you remember it being a Toyota instead of a Volkswagen?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I do too. It was like a, not white, maybe like an off-white, and the van was like squared off in the back, but then in the front it was like a steep downward triangle. It like came downward. like a 90-degree, not 45.
Yeah, right.
45-degree angled hood.
Yep.
Right. Yeah,
That's
because
what
the
I
Toyota
remember.
model and the Volkswagen, they look similar, but they weren't exactly. Yeah, there was those little differences. So, okay,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not crazy then.
Nope, you're not crazy. We did cover that. Brian
Oh, I'm
covered
sure.
it
Maybe that's
too.
where I saw it.
But
Yeah.
Toyota doesn't have a van like that.
Back
Yeah.
then,
They used to.
Yeah, Parody Mike says it used to be a Toyota Previa, Previa, Previa.
Mm.
Preview?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember Nissan used to have a van like that too. It was very similar, and
Mhm.
we owned one. I grew up riding around in one, so like I knew that shape of van very well as a kid, and when that movie came out, and was interested in what brand it was. So it's kind of, I guess, maybe kind of anchor memory. I remember thinking, oh, I didn't know Toyota made one like that was similar to the one I was, riding around in. But anyway, we can go on. just wanted to ask that.
Okay, yeah, let's read the chat now. Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Check out the entire page of this link.
Yeah.
It is great information about different types of errors and issues found in video. In this video, there is also a good description about compression artifacts and video quality.
Welcome, BT. Toyota truck, BT. We're talking about, many of us remember in Back to the Future, the scene in the shopping center parking lot, the mall parking lot. We remember the car being a Toyota that the Libyans are driving in, but it's always been a Volkswagen van in this reality. But many of us remember a Toyota van. All right, go on.
Quality. Once you are aware of these things, you can find tons of videos exhibiting these errors online, many of which claim to be supernatural or tampered with funny enough. In the Back to the Future clip, we experience the same issues creating this magical effect before us. The interpolation from these errors smears the detail of an already small target, namely the emblem. As motion compensation uses predictive known values to create new values for missing data, neighboring pixels are utilized and you may see filled in surrounding color, for example, where that detail should be otherwise. Redundant patterns and the smaller nuanced details are first to go. Video motion and lighting affect that as well. That is why the small dividing line of the emblem comes and goes in the clip.
I can't take much more of this. I think we should
Reality.
send
It's a
it.
glitch within a digital medium.
Yeah.
It happens.
I was thinking that like
All
20
right.
minutes ago.
We're moving on. I know, we're moving on, guys. I can't take much more
In
of
this
this.
example, this person shows the
This is
supposed
the one.
undivided
Wait,
emblem
this
in a
is the
National
one.
Geographic documentary.
Policia.
The screenshot is that of a Colombian police van, but there's a problem. The problem is, it is a picture of a video from a television. We are dealing with low-grade quality on top of inherent artifactual anomalies, like we just
All
saw
right, I
with the
lied,
Back to the Future
Josh.
clip.
Pause. Josh,
This
please
person
pull
must
that
have
logo up
realized that
again.
the
Pause. He's saying it's low grade
Okay.
quality. No, it's not. I zoomed in. I zoomed in close for you. This is like he said, it's a police car from Brazil, and that logo is completely filled in, but it does look like it's cinched a bit. You see it? That little cinch.
Huh? Yeah, no,
see
yeah.
it
I mean,
cinched
it's
in a little
clearly
bit.
there's no. Oh, cinched in. Oh, I
Like
see
a
on the
dent.
sides. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Like
So
he's
if you
got
go
it
to
like
the
a
next
belt
image,
on too tight or something. Yeah.
go to the next image. There you go. And then there, I don't see the cinch.
Okay.
The cinch is gone.
Hmm.
All I know is I don't see a gap in it at all. But it is television, so it could have a gap. A very thin one.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I always think of is like, the way residue exists a lot of times is when you take like a picture of a picture or something, as long as the original image that you're taking, because like, you can take an original image and, it'll change when the Mandela effect changes. But if you see an image on TV and instead of screenshotting it, you take a picture of it with your phone, it's like a secondary image,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like, fan art or homemade, stuff that people make. And I think taking a picture of a picture helps preserve a lot of residue. I mean, that's just my theory, but I don't know for sure. So what's this one?
Oh, that's the side by side. The two logos he showed. This is his image that he's going to show next. We're not going to watch it anymore.
We're not going to watch it anymore?
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to switch to the third one down, Splatter. The third one is Seconds of Horror, Creepy Videos About Coincidences I Can't Explain. So we're going to look at syncs and coincidences. That's what we're looking at next.
Okay.
This one's going to be a little bit different. We're jumping, it's multiple topics. We're not just looking at one thing. He's going to have there's some new stuff here about Hurricane Erin from September 11th. Stuff I have no memory of, and I want to know if you guys have memories of it. But you're going to see stuff like coincidences and syncs. I wanted to react to this. This is crazy. Like, there's a lot of stuff here, so it's interesting. It's not just listening to a guy talk to a piano where I'm like falling asleep. I can't take it.
It's starting in the middle. I mean, do you want me to move it to the beginning again?
No, go to the beginning, please.
Okay.
That's where, I watched a little bit of it and said, nope, I need to react to this. Stop watching it.
Oh, so that's why it went to here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll move it to the beginning.
Yeah.
Big.
There you go. Let's get you on the screen. Let's get the banner back up. All right, guys, switching gears. This one's going to be better, I promise you. All right, here we go.
We are going to be looking at some creepy videos, strange and odd news stories.
So, again, this comes from Seconds of Horror on YouTube. And, again, all the links are in the description. All right, here we go.
And as always, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and look at some pretty creepy coincidences, some you may not have heard of before. Now, one of these videos, I did go ahead and create 4 minutes of horror, but I set it to private because I felt like it didn't really mix with the channel at that time. But now that I have this channel, I'm going to go ahead and play it on this channel. So the video I'm going to go ahead and show is about a year old. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at this very creepy coincidence. This happened on 9/11, right before news had broken.
So we all know about the book that was held upside down. You guys know about the book, right? In the classroom. My pet goat.
My pet goat, yeah.
My pet goat, right? It was held upside down. People don't remember it being held upside down.
He was reading, how was he reading the book upside down?
That's the thing. He was reading the book upside down, exactly. So, this is something different. This is what the kids are saying. And I need to ask you guys if you remember the kids saying this. Okay? Because I don't. Maybe you do.
Oh.
So here we go.
Out about what had taken place.
Get ready to read all these words on this page without making a mistake. Look at the letter at the end and remember the sound it makes. Get ready. Hi. Yes, hi. Get ready to read this word the fast way. Get ready. Kid. Yes, kid. Sound it out. Get ready. Kid. Sound it out. Get ready. Kid. What word? Kid. Yes, kid. Boys and girls, sound this word out. Get ready. Steal. What word? Steal. Yes, steal. Read these words the fast way. Get ready. Play. Yes, play. Get ready. Must. Yes, must. Let's read these words the fast way without making a mistake. Get ready. Kite. Yes, kite. Get ready. Kit. Yes, kit. Get ready. Steal. Yes, steal. Get ready. Play. Yes, playing. Get ready. Must. Yes, must. Go to your speak your reader up from under your seat. Open your...
Pause.
Crazy.
So he's saying
It's
kick
nuts.
sounds like hit, kite, plane, hit, steal, plane, must. The kids are saying right before he gets told that we were under attack. That's just strange that they were all saying this. And then they're ducking and covering. What the heck? Why are they ducking and covering?
And they learned
Anyway.
ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like these kids all learn this. But anyway, go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, they knew what to do. They're all ducking and covering. All right. Anyway, Ed.
Yeah.
Hit play. What the
So
what?
that's the
Says Ormany?
lesson 60 on page 153.
Now, while these kids are indeed saying words like kick instead of hit, and playing instead of playing, and steal like you're stealing something instead of a steel building, the phonics make it sound like something different. The phonics make it sound like kite, hit, steal, plane, must, and if you play around with those words, you get kite, plane, must, hit, steal. These kids were chanting this, and then not too long after, this is when Bush would get the news about what had taken place in New York. So was this just a strange coincidence or some kind of ritual? This next creepy coincidence comes from Jason K. Pargan.
This is the weirdest.
Pause.
and
Wait,
creepiest-
pause. We're switching gears. Pause.
Yeah.
Exactly, PG24. Same. I have the same memory as you. No way. I don't remember that. I just remember the guy going in talking to Bush who was supposedly reading My Pet Goat. Right. Exactly. There's no mention of My Pet Goat at all. At all. There's no My Pet Goat. It's just the kids reading that stuff. Totally new memory for me. I think that's a Mandela.
Yeah.
And then this.
And when you do see it, it's
Bush
not
is
upside
supposed
down.
to be holding a book, but he's not.
Yep, exactly. I don't. That's probably later in the clip, but regardless, I don't remember this part of it at all. And now again, this is a bunch of stuff. So now we're switching gears. This is a weird coincidence, and he's going to talk about people who pass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember anybody being able to pass this way, so this is very strange. I want to know what you guys think about this. Here we go.
Coincidence I have ever heard of in my entire life. I have been obsessed with this story for years, and as far as I can tell, I am the only one. Now, when I start to tell the story partway through, you're going to say, yeah, that's pretty weird, but there's a twist coming, and it's going to blow your mind. The first thing you need to know is that this is not an urban legend. It's not rumor. My sources are UPI, the wire service, and it starts with this headline from March 7th, 1989, Inmate Electrocuted on Toilet. Now, some of you out there have actually already heard of this part because it's a pretty famous story. In 1981, a man by the name of Michael A. Godwin was convicted of assaulting and taking the life of a woman. He was sentenced to the electric chair, but on retrial, that sentence was reduced to life in prison to be served in South Carolina. Several years later, in 1989, he was found dead in his cell, sitting naked on his metal toilet. He had a pair of headphone wires coming out of his mouth, and prison officials said that he was trying to repair the headphones that he was using to listen to his television. He bit down on the wires and electrocuted himself.
Pause.
And that story became famous because...
Can yes or no in the chat, could you get electrocuted by biting down your headphones? Because my guess is if he's trying to repair them, they're not even plugged in. Who's going to try to
or they
repair
don't
them
work
plugged
to
in?
begin with. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Wendy says no.
Oh, heck no.
If they were plugged in, I'd be shocked. Who repairs wires plugged in? Nobody. Nobody on the face of this earth. Lil Cam says no. Pushton says WTF. Puck Elf says nope. That would be 18 volts, non-harmful, says Ormane.
Exactly. You barely even notice the electricity in a speaker wire.
Cheryl says cool.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl says cool story. Remember that. But do you remember a part 2? Because there's a part 2 to this. All right, here we go. Let it play.
Right.
Everybody was like, it's karma. He was sentenced to the electric chair. He avoided that, but then wound up getting electrocuted on a chair in his cell. But that is not the weird, creepy coincidence that I'm here to talk about. Here's another UPI headline. Pennsylvania inmate dies in freak accident. So we have a completely different person in a completely different prison in a completely different state 8 years later. This guy was named Lawrence Baker. He was also convicted of murder. He was also sentenced to the electric chair. He also had his sentence reduced to prison time, and then he also was found dead on his metal toilet, having been electrocuted by headphone wires.
Are you kidding
This
me?
story,
Pause.
just like the first
Pause.
one, became very famous. If you look up any
Pause. But
Right.
yeah, so it twice. Two people die on a toilet biting down on headphone wires. What are the odds?
Possible.
Impossible. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane.
There's not enough
So-
power in a transistor
Yeah,
radio
really.
to zap you to begin with.
Again, he's telling you this is fact. This is not urban legend. This happened. So what the heck happened? But it's gonna go on. I agree, pushing complete BS
Yeah, prison guards did something, not the radio.
in
If
two
you
different
ask me.
places.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
Go ahead. Go on.
book or article on weird deaths or ironic deaths, this one will be on there. I've read articles that have both of these cases on there, and then with the second one, they just say, can you believe this happened a second time?
No.
No, I can't. Now, I know what you're going to say. Millions of people have served prison time in the United States. Thousands of people pass away while incarcerated. So surely in that entire universe of people, this kind of thing has happened a lot. They probably are given very shoddy televisions that probably electrocute people all the time. Only, no, I can't find a third example of this happening anywhere on planet Earth, in or out of prison. I can't find any evidence that it's even possible to die this way. There's not very much electricity running through headphone wires. Of course there's not. Some of you watching this have bitten through headphone wires and you're still alive. If you Google it, you will find exactly one article linking the two incidents on crack.com, and I was the editor. But do you understand what I'm saying here? That it appears that only two people in the history of the world have ever accidentally electrocuted themselves while sitting on a metal toilet, and that both of them, by sheer coincidence, got sentenced to the electric chair and then escaped it during a retrial. And if you're asking me, well, what are you implying actually happened, Jason? I don't know. You tell me.
The hurricane that would change the course of
All right,
history.
pause. We're talking about the hurricane. So, guys, yes or no? Do you remember this hurricane on September 11th? I do not. This is the Mandela effect that Moneybags presented a while ago. And like I said, right now we have another Hurricane Erin. It's kind of crazy. In the Atlantic, like before, going up the coast, like before. Kind of crazy. Except, this is new for me. When Moneybags showed the clip of the hurricane, it was moving up the coast. Not so anymore. Now the September 11th Hurricane Erin comes from the southeast Atlantic and is bullseyeing for New York City. I don't remember it doing that. It came up the coast. It didn't come like straight from Africa diagonally towards New York City, and now it is. So this is a total Mandela, new version of the Mandela for me. Let it play. Let them say it.
Having been born and raised in New Jersey for
Hey,
over
post
20
anything.
years, I am no stranger to powerful hurricanes. Hurricanes so massive, they can also be felt in New York. A hurricane striking New York could also be felt in New Jersey. Makes a lot of sense given the fact how close the two states are together. Over 20 years ago, both New Jersey and New York were bracing for a very powerful hurricane. Some reports had the hurricane as either being a Category 3 or an extreme Category 4, that hurricane being Erin. Make no mistake about it.
Look how big. Pause.
Erin
Pause.
was
Pause. Pause.
Yeah, it's
I want you to be able to
enormous.
see New York. I didn't want to
Huge.
keep zooming in. New York City's on the left. There's New Jersey right there. I have no memory of this hurricane at all on September 11th of 2001. As you can see, there's a band of no clouds. That day, September 11th in our area, was the most gorgeous day ever. Not a cloud in the sky, crystal blue skies. The cold front coming through made the temperatures drop. It was a perfect fall day. No humidity. It was beautiful.
Same here.
Yeah, you can see the no cloud. Well, there was clouds behind us, but maybe it cleared up in Ohio. But here, that you can see, there's no clouds. Yet there's a huge hurricane off the coast. And they're saying all the news was doing was talking about this hurricane that I heard nothing about. This blows my mind to this day. But you're going to see news reports
the weird
now
thing
that
is,
I don't ever remember. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was going to say the weird thing is that it not only, was that big and it came in and then it just stopped and sat there for like a day or two. Isn't that the report? Do you remember that, hearing that? Like it totally defied, any normal hurricane.
I don't remember this at all. So I don't remember them saying anything about anything.
And it stopped. It stopped and sat there for. I mean, this was all after I learned about it. It's because it didn't happen on, 9/11 for me, but after I learned about the Mandela effect about this one,
that was.
I swear the news was like it came in and sat. It sat there for like a day or two, like completely, and then all of a sudden it just like went back out to sea.
I remember the one you're talking about, and that one it seemed to have stopped right over top of Epstein Island and just sat there.
No. The one I'm talking about is this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spire. There's been a couple of hurricanes that have done that. Hurricane Harvey did that over Texas.
I just sat there. Yeah. The one that struck my memory is the one that got right over top of Epstein Island and just sat there and they wanted to destroy it. Like, it was weird.
Yeah, I got you. I think I heard about that too. But I swear that happened with this one. I could be wrong.
No, you're not. I don't think you are.
That's what I remember.
I don't remember I don't remember this hurricane at all. Hello, Chris R. David, a.k.a. Logan Freeman. I got to write them down. Give me a minute. David takes a while. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. So we can
I
go
don't
on.
remember this hurricane at all either. So, yeah.
Yeah. What was the hurricane called? It was called Hurricane Erin, and currently there's another Hurricane Erin in the Atlantic, where this one was.
Yeah.
Which is it's crazy.
As we
Craziness.
Speak. Yeah.
The targeting both New Jersey and New York, with New York taking the brunt of the damages. The cost of the damages were being calculated, and it was estimated to be in the millions of dollars. Hospitals were bracing for thousands of injured, not only injured, but also deceased. This hurricane was supposed to be a historic day for New York.
Of cloud cover, accompanied by scattered showers. I remember that day very well. I was here at News 12 doing my evening weathercast and showing our viewers satellite images of a very powerful storm, a Category 3 hurricane, Hurricane Erin, which was moving on a track that would take it, perhaps the next day, right into the tri-state metropolitan area. Notice also the movement. It's moving toward the northwest. And if it were to keep on moving, it would be heading right toward Long Island and southern New England, but it's not going to do that. But then
Yeah, you saw that band of clouds. It was clear in Ohio and it was clear in New Jersey. But again, I don't remember news reports like this. I do not remember news reports talking about this hurricane on September 11th. This is back in the day when I used to watch the news every morning for the weather. I used to watch the news every single morning. I saw nothing about this hurricane that would have affected Philadelphia because of the size. Just nuts. Hi, Maria. Hi, Maria.
Yep.
All right, we can go on.
Hey, Maria.
Pointed out that the cold front that was moving through our area would ultimately push Erin away from the East Coast. Will be turned around and moved to the north and northeast, out of the picture for us as this cold front comes on in and through, and from all intents and purposes, just kicks Erin right on out to sea.
It's enormous.
I was actually happy to tell our viewers that we were going to dodge a major weather bullet, that the hurricane was going to veer away from the eastern seaboard, that September 11th was going to be a beautiful day, blue skies and bright sunshine. In retrospect, maybe it would have been better if we had to deal with the hurricane.
Hurricane Erin was supposed to reach New York and make landfall on 9/11. Had it reached New York, visibility would have almost been zero. There would have been no way anybody could fly a plane in this hurricane. Yet, at very last minute, a cold front came along out of nowhere and brushed Hurricane Erin out to sea, making for bright, beautiful, clear skies for 9/11.
moves through, less humid air moves in, and sunshine. You know, if that cold front had been just 24 to 36 hours slower than it was, the weather on 9/11 might have been much different than it turned out to be.
There's no doubt if a hurricane had hit on 9/11, the situation would have been changed.
Bill Corbell is a broadcast meteorologist who began his career as a weather officer in the Air Force and recently retired as a lieutenant colonel. The highlight of his military career was a 2-year stint as a weather forecaster for Air Force One. Corbell, who is a private pilot, believes that if Hurricane Erin had moved into the Northeast on September 11th, it likely would have canceled numerous flights and prevented the terrorists from carrying out their plans.
The hijackers, the terrorists needed certain conditions to fulfill what they wanted to do, and the weather just would not have allowed that if a hurricane had hit New York on that day.
Ironically, the beautifully pristine weather that arrived on the morning of September
Look,
11th...
oh my gosh, is that a kite?
Yeah.
Are they showing a kite?
Yep.
They are.
Because we just watched the kids say kite, kite. We just watched the kids say kite, plane, steel, must.
Yeah.
And now there's a kite. Okay, never mind. Another sync. Okay, go on.
Creepy coincidence.
Well, the media's in on it.
Yeah.
No, the media's in on it.
Well, that too.
Go on.
Actually helped the terrorists.
I mean, they needed really good weather, which they got. That cold front just scoured the atmosphere clean. It was as clear as you recall and as blue as we have ever seen around here. So that allowed these modestly competent pilot terrorists to see the targets and do what they had to do.
If it had not been September 11th, it might have been some other date then that the terrorists would have chosen. But one thing that we are certain of, if Hurricane Erin had continued on its northwesterly course into the northeastern states and the tri-state metropolitan area, the tragic events that have been burned into our collective memories and associated with the date, September 11th, might never have happened.
Yeah.
The commercial that had explained everything. In the early hours of
August
August 13th, 2018 in Frederick.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, so now we're talking about Chris Watts. For those of you that don't remember Chris Watts, because of an affair, decided to take out his whole family, including his children, because they were a burden. He is an evil, disgusting man.
Well, yeah,
and I believe he is. He thinks he's haunted by his family, and I think he is.
Oh,
because
no,
we're going to... I showed you these clips before. He should be, exactly. But I've showed these clips before where you can hear the children. You can hear them in the house on police footage. You can hear them talking as ghosts in police footage. It's crazy. We're going to see that again. But it's also going to talk about the commercial, the American Horror Story commercial, which pretty much shows where they were buried. So it's kind of crazy. It's almost like Shanann made that. And Shanann is also a Mandela effect. Her name keeps flip-flopping between Shanann and Shannon. Shannon and Shanann.
Huh. Yeah, I've never heard of her.
Yeah, I covered this Mandela a while ago with her name.
That's weird how some stories stick out more than others. Like this one, and the other one was those two camping.
Mm-hmm. I had audio of family members calling her Shannon in the courtroom. It was always Shanann for me, and then it flipped to Shannon, and I think it's back to Shanann. But regardless,
that's weird.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Oh my God, those poor children.
Yeah, this happened in Colorado, right? In Fort Collins?
Colorado.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And yeah, so you're about to hear the ghostly voices, but also see the crazy commercial that's shown on the screen. It literally shows like mirrors. It mirrors where they were buried, and Shanann was pregnant, and it shows an embryo on the screen before it. So it's kind of crazy. Here we go.
Okay.
Let's play it.
Colorado, American oil field operator Christopher Lee Watts ended the life of not only his pregnant wife Shanann, but also their two children, Bella and Celeste. Prior to his interrogation and ultimately his arrest, Christopher Watts rushed home not only to be greeted by a neighbor, but also the police. What Chris Watts did not know is that his neighbor had a video camera that monitored the neighborhood, which includes the Watts home. Upon seeing this video footage, Chris became very agitated. He began fidgeting, moving around, sweating. He was not acting his normal self, according to the same neighbor. But even though he was acting very suspicious, nobody knew that Chris was actually the suspect. He was still holding on to his lies. But pay close attention to what plays on the TV, the commercial that appears directly after the neighbor stops playing the video footage.
Pause.
Okay. All right.
So the security footage that she's showing is her security camera, which shows Chris Watts literally putting the bodies into the car.
Yeah, this guy.
And then it's actually the body.
Yeah.
At the time, it was just Shanann who had passed. The children were still alive. He took the children, put them in the back seat with Shanann on the floor of the back seat. The kids' feet were on top of their mother.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh my God.
This is horrific. It's horrific. It's so horrific
Yeah, it's
what he
horrible.
did.
Oh yeah, I totally remember this.
He deserves to rot in hell. All right, I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You
watch
will.
the screen. You're going to see the commercial.
Yeah, I thought nothing.
Nothing for the rest of the day.
No, that's it.
See the baby?
Oh yeah.
And then it explodes. Watch, it's going to explode.
How far?
And then it buried in the dirt in oil field. Then oil is
Did you
pulling.
happen to catch that? Chris stops and stares at the TV that shows a baby in its mother's womb. That reminds him that his wife was pregnant. But as he begins to turn around, you can see the commercial play out. In the commercial, you can see a person buried in an oil field. The oil starts to slowly engulf this person where the only thing that's left is their skull. Two hands come out of the ground and reach for the skull. Then the TV quickly shifts right back to the outside camera. So then what is the significance behind this very bizarre commercial that to this day I still cannot find any information on? I would like to clarify that I found more information about this commercial after I made this video. This is a quick edit so I can say that this commercial belongs to the TV series American Horror Story. This was a hourglass teaser for its season 8 Apocalypse. And I have to say the song in the commercial is just as eerie as the visuals itself as it relates to the Chris Watts case. Now, I can't play the song due to copyright strikes, but I will leave a link to the commercial in the comment section below. Just 2 days later, on August 16th, 2018, Shanann Watts and her two daughters would be found at an oil field where Chris Watts worked. Shanann buried in a shallow grave while both of their daughters were placed inside of crude oil tanks. A body shown on TV being buried in an oil field, while at the same time hands are coming out of crude oil to grab onto a skull, a commercial that playing at the exact same time when Chris realizes his cover is blown thanks to this neighbor's video camera.
Yeah, right.
This is just so strange. This is
Super
such
weird.
a coincidence
That's crazy.
that I don't even think I can call this a coincidence. Let's just call this for what it is.
No such thing as
it looked like
coincidence.
at that moment someone or something was trying to speak out. That just happens to be so.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Sandy, wait a minute. Ormenaze has a request. Weird. You want me to say weird? All right, go on.
Yeah, I think it was Angels intervening. Maybe they were showing the signs that he was guilty, and I believe in the paranormal, so I believe the angels or somebody supernaturally.
Well,
maybe
I believe Shanann and the babies were in that house. I believe they were there, and she put that on that screen. I truly believe that. And he's about to say that. He's about to say that.
Yep. That I believe 100%.
Oh yeah, that was some sort of divine intervention that put that commercial on right at that moment, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. All right, go on.
So astronomically rare. Now, on November 19th, 2018, Chris Watts pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He is currently serving 5 life sentences. Watts is currently being held in a Wisconsin prison. Seemingly, after the crime had taken place, there had been a lot of paranormal events taking place inside the Watts home. A lot of these events, voices, and things being seen were captured by the police themselves investigating the home. For example, you can hear two investigators become very confused when they hear a little girl giggle.
Well, there's plenty of person.
So creepy.
Yes. Oh my gosh. What in the world is that? Wow. Go in there and step on that little blue thing and see if that's where that is.
Yeah, it sounded like a kid toy.
It sort of sounds like it.
Something. I heard it.
Did you hear it?
I did.
Sounded like a kid giggling or something, didn't it? Or a kid.
It did.
Hey, Lex.
Is there enough shoes? Holy shit.
Because all he did was go straight in there. That was straight, but we're making note of that.
What? I heard it. I definitely heard the same thing you did.
Yeah, and then he just sort of turned
I don't remember that. The chime? That's weird. Listen. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
No. I missed it.
Rewind it. Oh my
A
God,
book
so
about the
creepy.
Maui
you can
fire.
Rewind that spot.
Remember the
The
arrow
Maui
keys.
fire.
Most is uncooperative sometimes.
Guys, listen closely. Guys, mute up so they can hear better.
That was
Okay.
straight, but we're making note of that.
What? I heard it. I definitely heard the same thing you did.
Yeah, and then he just sort of turned
Did you hear the original giggle?
Mute.
Was she on anything? Oh no, she was pregnant.
Yeah, I think I heard it that time. I'm
You hear it that
confused.
time?
About the Maui
You can hear the this really good. This is our home.
Yeah.
This is her. She whispers.
Huh. Yeah,
And
wild.
it's Cece. Yeah, I got chills too. I truly believe they were in that house and they were trying to help them find out what happened to them. I truly believe that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this is
that
where I
seemed
stopped
pretty
it.
legit to me.
Slaughter. Yeah. Hey, Michael Fontaine. So I don't know what else we're seeing from here on out.
fires prior to the Maui fires. On August 8th, 2023, massive fires had overtaken Lahaina, Maui. Now, the official narrative as to what happened in Lahaina, Maui happens to be that high winds and dry weather caused the wildfires to develop. Basically, climate change. I just happen to be very hard pressed to find anybody that believes the official narrative. If they do,
That's crazy.
Pause. Colorado Skywatch must be on a delay.
Yeah,
like must have to rewind, like be further back. But they say no recollection, and I called New York many times a day. Nobody mentioned a hurricane. That's when put that memory out there.
Mhm.
And Chris R says, "Am I the only one who remembers in World War II that actually Russia owns U.S. and let us take the title of ownership?" Yeah, no, I don't remember that. That's crazy.
No, yeah, I don't remember that.
Russia owned the U.S. in your reality?
Wow.
That is not my reality. Wow.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's wild.
Does anyone else share that memory in the chat?
I know they owned Alaska. That's all I remember. Is it we got Alaska from Russia?
That's a Mandela effect for me because I always learned that they bought it from Canada.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. Because look, it's attached to Canada.
Yeah, well, I heard that the other night for the first time. Yeah.
Thank you for always lurking,
I'd
Lex.
never
We
heard
love our lurkers.
Oh yeah.
You took over my job.
I was a lurker forever.
Yeah. Me too.
You're the original lurker, though, Jose. Like you'll
Yes.
always
What
be
does
the
it- wait,
original,
wait.
the first lurker.
Parody Mike, what doesn't make sense? The Russia-US thing? Are you talking to them to explain something better, or me to explain something
Yeah,
better?
who knows? It's pretty self.
Yes, tonight's show is by the request of the birthday boy. He asked for a reaction and rewind. That's what he asked for.
Who's that dude? Like the birthday boy? Jeez, sounds needy. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, you get to pick the topic and everything. Wow.
Now we're beyond time. It's past your birthday now.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
not
way past
special.
your birthday.
You're not special anymore. We can abuse you now.
Exactly.
I guess-
Get back to what I'm used to.
I guess we should mention that we are raising donuts for Josh's birthday donuts too, because it's the birthday donut. Happy birthday, Josh!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
just
please
look at where
donate to
Alaska
Sandy's
is.
chat. All of her links are in the description, or Cash App, or PayPal, or Venmo, all that in the description. That would be a great birthday present for me if you want to give me a late birthday present. I appreciate it.
Because we have to update all the apps. All the apps are expiring at the moment.
And
They
medicine.
are. Yes, but we need. Oh wait, we do have to do a thank you. We have to do a thank you. I
right.
think I know who it is. I am correct.
Well,
I know
thank
who
you,
it is.
Maria.
Oh, I love this one. No, not Maria.
Well, she said happy birthday, so I was thanking her. So,
Oh, okay. That's why I got confused. So did Lex. So Maria and Lex.
thanks, Lay.
Everybody's saying it. To...
Let's have a green donut moon, says Siren Offspring.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
A green donut moon, though. I'll try to find
Well,
one for
better
you.
than black, or some other weird rainbow color.
Yeah, the green moon is known as the marijuana moon.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I like the green. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh yeah, even better.
Okay, hold on. I
didn't even
update.
connect that splatter. Thanks for the connection.
You guys can keep talking while I do this,
I
please.
totally missed that one. Yeah. Hey, thanks to Mothman. Yeah, I'm getting all the birthday love again, and it's way past my birthday now. It's been 4 hours. My birthday's been over, but I still appreciate all you guys.
Only 1 hour here on the West Coast. So.
Yeah, and probably like in some spots that go even backwards. Hawaii is still my birthday, and I bet you maybe even Japan. I don't know where the actual international date line is, but yeah, at some point, it'll probably be my birthday for another 2 or 3 hours.
A couple hours anyway, yeah.
Somewhere in the world.
I think it ends after Hawaii. From there, it switches over.
Everyone,
Yeah, probably.
trophies up for Siren Offspring. Thank you so much, Siren Offspring. Trophies up, everyone. Thank you, Siren Offspring.
Awesome. Thank you.
I don't know how long ago she sent it. I haven't seen her in the chat in a bit, so it's probably a little while ago. I don't even know if Siren Offspring is still here.
Yeah, keep it up for the next time. Do it again
Well,
on
they
the next
know
show
they
in case
sent
she's already
it. They
left.
know they'd get this eventually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, though. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wait, I have to do another thank you.
Oh,
I have to do another thank you, everyone.
Good.
So get ready
Yeah,
with the
that's
trophies
awesome.
again. I'm leaving the trophy up. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to take that banner down and put this banner up. Thank you so much to Pushing Button 62.
Oh,
Seriously,
wow.
don't know what we do without you. Thank you,
Push
Pushing.
Kick ass.
Trophies up for Pushing Button 62. Oh my goodness.
Push
Thank you
in.
guys.
Pushing donut. Yep. Awesome, bro. I love you.
Hermine with the wall of trophy.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Pushing must have a whole house of trophies now.
Oh God, he probably has a second home that he
Just
had to move
trophies.
into, just the first home has all the trophies in it, and now he has to live in a new place.
What was that?
Damn, someone on
That
a
was a car
motorcycle.
going by someone. Motorcycle.
Oh wow, no muffler. Yeah, lots
I'll
of
read
trophies.
the note right now.
Yeah.
What?
Reading the note right now. A conductor's hat.
I'm looking at.
Now I did, yes. Splatter, what is that?
Oh, sorry.
That's Puck. I know Puck's
That
voice.
sounds like
Turn it
Puck.
off, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
Puck.
curious.
There we go. Chris R says, I don't think it's Mandela effects anymore, but merely a reset. And we're all in different timeline. And every time you have a Mandela effect experience, it is the past life that you are remembering. No, I do believe it is that, but I think we're switching timelines all the time. All the time. The moon is missing right now. The moon is a black moon. If you've never heard of a black moon, neither have we. A black moon is like a blue moon, except the blue moon is the full moon twice in a month, and the black moon is the new moon twice in the month.
Which is
Hello,
new.
Roger. No, Puck. Oh, Puck's not here.
Hey, Roger's
Puck
here.
was on
Hey, Roger.
Splatter's other computer.
Yeah, probably on.
Yeah, just for a second, because I thought he was in the
I don't know.
chat. I'm like, what the heck? He was just in the chat. Like, how's he going live all of a sudden? Like, I was just curious.
Oh, he's
All right,
going
we
live
can
on
go
his
on.
own channel.
Yeah.
Just heard about the black moon yesterday. Exactly. No one's heard of it until recently.
I guess he got himself a new desktop computer, or a new used desktop computer.
Yeah.
Black moon is a new one, says Chris. I haven't even heard of the red moon. Unless you're talking about, like, oh, the eclipse. Unless you're talking about, like, a lunar eclipse makes a red moon, then yeah.
No, I think he was talking about the blood moon.
Oh, the blood moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of blood moon.
Yeah, there was 3 blood moons in a row. And now we got a black moon. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, he is not going to mention the blue roofs.
The who?
I did see this part. I stopped it after this. So he is not going to mention how it seems like anything that was the color blue avoided fire somehow.
Yeah, all the blue cars.
The blue cars, houses with blue roofs.
He doesn't mention. Why would he not mention that?
He doesn't.
That's weird.
Yeah. That's why Oprah Winfrey painted her house, mansions, all blue rooftops. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
We've been talking about the moon thing. No, the black moon thing. Everybody learned about it recently. It's all new to us. We were talking about it tonight before you got here, BT. None of us had ever heard of it.
Yeah.
Until recently, like within the last week.
Yep.
Yeah. We need more research to talk about it better. But yeah. It's new to us.
Mm-hmm.
It's new.
New to me tonight.
Yeah, it was new to me tonight too.
And it came on your birthday. Weird.
Black moon for your birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard it at all until just now. I know.
Or a good sigh. Yeah. I don't know which one. I'm going to take it as a good sign. You know, maybe the black moon is a good thing, and you know, it's a good sign. You know, turning. You know, yeah. Life can't get any worse at this point. You know, it's only getting better from here. So.
Oh, I learned.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Never say that.
I know.
Whoopi said there was no moon out tonight, and I seen 10 flying UFOs try to get it on cam, but my camera sucks. He saw 10 UFOs tonight.
Yeah. Wow.
I could believe the moon is a spaceship. Yes, I could.
It's see-through.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Like a hologram. Hollow. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I need to point my security camera that I have outside. I need to, instead of pointing it down to the patio, I need to just turn it upwards and point it up to the sky and see if I can catch anything, because you know it's actually got a pretty good view up into the southeastern sky. That would be interesting.
The night you do that is the night you'd be robbed.
Yeah, probably.
Let's hope not.
But I got cameras inside.
The way shit happens in this world,
all the way through the house. So you know, even if they made it in through the back door, like they would get caught on the living room camera, the downstairs camera, the basement, the hallway, the front door. Yeah, I'd get him otherwise. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. He was just about to say he doesn't know anybody who buys the narrative that they're selling with what happened in Hawaii.
Yeah, I don't buy the narrative
I'm
either.
sure they are few and far between. There has been many suspicious things to have come out, many suspicious things that have come to light ever since those fires. Well, for one, there is the Healy My 2040 long-range transportation plan, which is basically an instruction manual to turn Maui into a smart city. Then we have on camera police blocking exits, blocking people from trying to escape, turning them right back around into the fires.
Videos shot by Travis Miller shortly after he goes in and out of Safeway at 3 p.m. show northbound lanes then shut down. This video shows no cars on the blocked off highway still 5:24 p.m. 2.5 hours later when Debbie Schultz Peterson shot this video. Miller's video documented the lane closure during that time. He says police directed traffic down Keawe Street into the cannery.
And either went out the backside on the front street. I could see that everyone was blocked, so I went out and I came this way and I got under the power line.
Though we are not crossing the barricade, we're told we cannot film here.
You go somewhere else, but you guys not allowed here.
Waters have been shut off, stopping people from combating the fires. All 80 sirens were not working. Then there is the subject of possibly over 1,000 children still missing since the day of the fires. So basically, we can go on and on and on when it comes to all the suspicious events that circled around the Maui fires. But I want to look at a very suspicious book that was published on Amazon only 2 days after the fires had taken place. A book written by an author named Miles Stone, or Miles Stones, titled Fire and Fury, the story of the 2023 Maui fire and its implications for climate change. A brief description of the book reads, Fire and Fury, the story of the Maui fire and its implications for climate change is a gripping and eye-opening account of one of the most devastating wildfires in Hawaii's history, and how it reveals the urgent need to address the global climate crisis. The book chronicles the events of August 8th through August 11th, 2023, when a massive fire swept across the island of Maui, fueled by drought, heat, and hurricane winds. The book describes the harrowing experiences of the people who lived through the fire, as well as the heroic efforts of the firefighters and
Pause. You're not letting him get to the punchline. Ignore the fact of what the book's about. The fact is, this was published paperback 2 days after the fires. How? How was that book written and printed 2 days after the fires? Keep going. Let him go. Let him tell you.
rescuers who battled the flames. Now, as you can see, this book is pushing the climate change narrative, but that's not the biggest problem here. The biggest problem is that this book was published by Amazon on August 10th, 2023. This book had been published by Amazon only 2 days after the fires had taken place. Matter of fact, while this book was available for purchase, the fires were still raging on. This book also recounts the events of August 11th, a date that had not happened yet as this book was being published. For most people, this book was enough proof that the fires that had taken...
Pause. I have to use it. That is totally an I can't. I can't. It documents a day that hadn't happened yet.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that? I can't.
That's ridiculous. Oh my God.
Talking about the fires. A day that hasn't even happened yet. It foretold the future.
Yeah.
Insane. Insane.
Yeah. The mainstream media is good at that for some reason.
Good night, Roger. Thank you for being here. It's late here too. It's 4 a.m.
Yeah.
You think
all right,
they
we can
tell
go
you
on.
straight up that it was all planned, without telling you.
Yep. Oh, wait, I'm lying. I keep forgetting how much of this I watched. The last one I watched was about a train that I heard nothing about and should have because it happened in New Jersey.
Yeah,
all right, let's go.
Right around here's where you forget there.
Yeah, before you move on, I also noticed that this fire was melting aluminum and metal, but all the trees, like in California, all the trees survived, and none of the streets were damaged, because the next day you could see the fire, the postman delivering mail. Yeah. If you notice, all the streets are clean and all the trees are surviving, except everything else got demolished.
Yeah, just the houses, where the houses were. That was it.
Yeah, yeah. Even the glass will melt, and I mean,
it cleared away for something new to go there.
Yeah, yes. Something up in the sky did it. You know, like 3-letter agencies.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, that's all I wanted to. Let's move on.
There's obviously some sort of beam that came out of a cloud or something. That
Yep. Yeah, I just don't want to say. I don't know if it's allowed or not. But it starts with the blue.
Yep.
ET, we don't talk about religion and politics unless that's through the Mandela.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Come watch us on Hebrew to hear about that stuff. On Shifty Sunday. Tomorrow night. Hello, all right, we can go on.
Keep logging.
Place in Lahaina, Maui were indeed intentional. People all over social media were talking about this book, so eventually the fact checkers, they had to be called in. PolitiFact, they run an article titled, "A Book Published August 10th About the Maui Wildfires is Proof the Wildfires Were Planned." This would be PolitiFact's statement about the book.
Social media users are basically claiming that a book about the Maui wildfires that was published only 2 days after the fire started is proof that the fires were planned.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when PolitiFact is on, talking about
Theory,
the truth.
Story of the 2023 Maui fire. It was 100% a plan. They wanted the land in Maui, and now they got it.
The timing of the book's publication is not proof that the fires were planned. The book's online summary and introduction appear to be drawn from publicly available information reported by news outlets in Maui County. The author's name appears to be a pseudonym, Dr. Miles Jones, and the Amazon author bio reads, I'd rather not say. About 15 other books under the same pseudonym were published within a 3-month period. This has led to speculation that the book might have been produced using artificial intelligence, which draws from information already available online. The Maui book is not on Amazon anymore. We rate this claim false.
PolitiFact had determined that this was simply AI pulling
Never
from
mind, I
different
take my statement back. I said, oh,
algorithms
PolitiFact is
from
on our
different
side? No, they're not.
media
Never mind.
sources putting together a digital book and sending this digital book over to Amazon. But there was only 2 problems with this theory. Well, for one, the most important part that PolitiFact happens to leave out happens to be the fact that this was not a digital book. This was a paperback book. It takes Amazon anywhere from 3 business days to 10 business days to publish a paperback book. So they want us to believe that this paperback book was created, sent off to Amazon, and published within the span of 2 days. There is also the simple fact that at that time, the most popular AI program was ChatGPT. ChatGPT, when you would put in the Maui fires 2023, as the Maui fires were raging on, ChatGPT could not recognize the Maui fires because at that time, ChatGPT was not powerful enough to recognize current events. The excuse that AI had created this book just does not seem plausible. So then what's going on here? Was the timing that this book was published just a mere coincidence? This book was published as fast as possible by Amazon? Or is this proof that something sinister did indeed take place with Maui, and they were trying to push out this climate change narrative as fast as they could? The strange Chinese text messages. In the early morning hours of February 22nd, 2024.
We're talking about something new now. So yeah, how is it possible that they wrote a book detailing August 8th to the 11th on the 10th? How they wrote about the future the day after the day it was published. They wrote a whole book.
It's not possible.
Wrote a whole book, printed it in paperback, and had it up on Amazon 2 days after the fire started and a day before a day detailed in the book. Oh,
not possible at all.
Not possible. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Hello, Time Man.
Yep.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot
Hey,
of that,
Time Man.
BT. I can't say that out loud, but I agree.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Yeah, I agree with that too, BT.
So now we're moving on to something different.
Yeah.
Wait. Actually, don't hit play yet. You see the
Program.
red dots in the center? That's about where the that horrible ice storm happened. All those red dots. That is the exact area of that major ice storm. But I don't know when this outage happened. We're about to find out. I forget. All right, go ahead.
Those who had AT&T as their phone carrier, among others, were unfortunately greeted with an
LOL,
outage.
Ormane.
Many people across the United States had lost all voice and mobile data service, with some of those impacted unable to reach 911 emergency services. But it just wasn't AT&T. Verizon and T-Mobile users were also affected. Businesses outside of phone carriers were also affected, so were pharmacies. There were many theories as to what had happened, anywhere from a cyber attack, the solar flares, right down to AT&T saying that it was an employee error. Now, those who had AT&T and other phone carriers that were affected had no service whatsoever, but there was a small minority of people that were receiving bizarre and strange text messages. These text messages were in a different language, which was eventually determined to be Chinese. There were people in the comment section of my videos telling me they were receiving these text messages. There were
Just hit the space bar, Splatter. The space bar will pause it immediately.
Okay.
You don't got to use the mouse. Did anyone get these text messages? Push in, you're in Texas. Did you get any of these text messages? I don't know if you have AT&T, but it said other carriers were included.
I don't know if it works when I'm over here. No, that's just it.
Exactly, Fourth Wise Man. I just did a whole thing about that last night. They're reducing the carbon footprint. That's you. You are carbon.
Yep.
That is the goal. I did say that last night, in depth.
Yes, you did.
Lil Can says, no, I didn't. No text heart of the earth. I don't think so, says pushing buttons. Okay. Thank you for answering, Texas people. All right, we can go on.
People on Reddit saying they were receiving these bizarre text messages. So people took what was in these text messages and ran them through AI translating software. Multiple different types of translating software, they were getting different results. But there was a commonality. There was one word that always stood out. And that one word happened to be...
Oh, sorry, guys. That's like a cliffhanger. That one word happened to be. Continue watching to find out. Guys, you're not going to find the moon.
On the next episode.
You're not going to find out, guys. You're not going to see the moon, guys. It's a new moon tonight. We all know what a new moon is, right? It's when the moon is in shadow and you can't see it. It's a new moon. They're calling it a black moon because it's the second time this month that there's a new moon. So we've heard of blue moon where there's 2 full moons. But apparently now we can also have black moon, which is 2 new moons in the same month. It's a new moon, so you will not see the moon.
So do we get the blue moon?
5 donuts. 5 donuts. You want to know the words? Listen. Pushing's blackmailing people.
Do we get the blue moon next month?
I don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, the question is the black moon more rare than the blue moon? Because if it's not,
yes,
it is.
If it is,
it's
then why wouldn't?
It's once every 33 months. Yeah, once every 33 months.
So why didn't we learn it being called once in a black moon instead of once in a blue moon? You know,
exactly.
I mean, if the black moon's more rare, we should have learned.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, once in a black moon.
Yep. Yeah, that's weird.
And it's not true, by the way. The once in 33 months is not true. I don't know where you got that info, Wolfie. Wolfie said that. It's not once every 33 months because this happened in December of 2024. So it's been 9 months since the last black moon. 9. But it is more rare than the blue moon. So what you said is correct, Josh.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
I was right once.
It's a Mandela.
The moon is definitely its own light. Yes, and it's cool.
All right, we can continue to hear the word.
Bridge. For instance, there was one translation that read, "Consider the bridge's magnetism ground, and you will be alone in the bridge. Calling for an alliance, weeping, knocking on the wall, looking forward to expanding, knocking on the dust, Zyojin bastard." Another had read, "The bridge is made of magnetic material, and the bridge is made of wood." Google had translated the text message as, "Consider the bridge. Cheshi wins the prisoner and sends the prisoner via iron oxygen canal." But Apple would have the eeriest translation of all. "Don't worry about the bridge," repeatedly saying, criticize the bridge, and then over and over again saying, the bridge, the bridge, the bridge. So again, no matter how it was translated, there was a clear focus on a bridge. Now, as time had progressed, there have been multiple incidences involving bridges in the United States. Many people had taken these text messages as some kind of warning or some kind of prophetic message. What many people may not know is that as these people were receiving these strange and bizarre text messages on February 22nd, that same day, only hours later, there was a major bridge collapse in China. On February 22nd, 5 people had lost their lives after a barge hits bridge near China's Guangzhou, plunging vehicles in the water. This barge striking this bridge would actually be the first in a series of strange events where barges were striking bridges. A month later, a barge would strike the Francis Scott Key Bridge, bringing the entire bridge down. Images on state-owned China Central Television showed an empty container barge lodged between two columns of the bridge, with part of the bridge's two-lane road deck missing. All road traffic on the bridge was halted. 4 vehicles and an electric motorbike fell off the bridge. 2 vehicles, which included a bus, plunged into the water, and 3 other vehicles ended up on the barge. CCTV said the bus was only carrying its driver. China does not know what caused this barge to strike this bridge, but like I said, this would be eerily similar to the events that had taken place across the United States. Yeah. Were these text messages just a mere coincidence, or was this some kind of warning, or perhaps something else? The strange premonition. In a bedroom in a townhouse near
pause. This
Amsterdam.
is horrible. I'm just giving you a warning. I'm giving you like a trigger warning. This is sad. This is horrible. This like upset me. So I just want to give you all a warning. It's about a plane crash. So, all right, go on.
Miguel Panduinata reached out for his mother saying, "Mama, may I hug you?" His mother, Samira, wrapped her arms around her 11-year-old son, who had been oddly agitated for days, peppering her with questions about death, about his soul, about God. For days, Miguel was not acting like his normal, cheerful self. His mother, Samira, had no idea why. He had a big trip coming up to visit his grandmother, so he should be very excited. The next morning, she would drop Miguel and his big brother, Shaka, at the airport so they could catch their flight and start their journey to Bali to visit their grandmother. Miguel's silver suitcase sat in the living room ready to go. Jet skiing and surfing in paradise awaited. But still, something was very off. A day earlier, while playing soccer, Miguel had burst out, "How would you choose to die? What would happen to my body if I was buried?"
Imagine if your child started saying this stuff to you. Like, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, no way I could imagine that.
I want to like hug this woman. I feel so bad for her. All right, go on.
Would I not feel anything because our souls go back to God? The night before Miguel's big trip, Miguel refused to release his mother from his grasp. The very next day, Samira had taken her boys to the airport, and finally they were outside customs. The boys, Shaka and Miguel, hugged Samira goodbye and walked toward passport control. This is when suddenly Miguel whirled around and ran back, throwing his arms around his mother. Miguel saying to his mother, "Mama, I'm gonna miss you. What will happen if the airplane crashes?" Now, Miguel has flown before, so Samira was wondering what this was all about. So she says to Miguel, "Don't say that," while squeezing him. "Everything will be okay."
I mean, the eerie thing was that right before getting on the flight, after going through passport control, he ran back to his mom, and my sister was standing next to me, and he said, "You know, what's going to happen if the plane is going to crash and I'm going to die? I'm afraid to fly." And she said, "Don't worry, you've flown so many times before on your own. You've been unaccompanied minor on many flights before. You'll be safe. Your big brother is there. Everything's going to be fine." And he said, "You know, what's going to happen if I die? And what if God asked me a question? What should I tell him?" And so
Samira reassured her sons that everything was going to be okay. As they walked off, Samira noticed that Miguel kept looking back at her. She noticed that he had a very sad look in his eyes.
Pause. I have to pause it. It's going too long.
Vanish from view. Samira started to
Kids say some creepy stuff, but don't be so quick to dismiss it. Exactly, Renee. Exactly.
Yeah,
all right,
I
we're
agree.
going.
Exactly, though, but they always dismiss it.
Well, yeah, but this was going on and on over the course of many days. But Mom just thought it was airplane jitters. All right, go on.
feel strange. She started to feel nervous, but she eventually reassured herself that everything was going to be okay. And for Shaka and
All right, what happened to the big brother? People aren't concerned about him. It's not that people aren't concerned about him. It's that he didn't exhibit any of this weird stuff beforehand. They're talking about the weird stuff that the younger brother did.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's all.
No brother is with us anymore. You can go on.
Gill and 296 other passengers, everything was okay. Everything had been okay for 2 hours of their 12-hour flight. You see, the flight that the boys boarded and the flight that these passengers were on just happened to be MH17. Samira just finished buying clothes for Shaka when her phone rang. She picks up her phone and it's her friend on the other end yelling, "Where are you? The plane crashed." Samira made it home just in time to faint. Everyone aboard MH17, passengers and crew members alike, instantly lost their lives. To this day, Samira grapples with the what ifs and the astronomical odds how McGill knew something was wrong, asking her questions about death and what would happen if the plane would crash, wondering what would have happened if she had paid closer attention to what McGill was feeling. So the question just happens to be, did McGill, someone who has flown before, just have last-minute jitters that came out of nowhere? Did he have some kind of premonition? Or was this just a bizarre coincidence? Would you, could you, on a train?
All right, this is the last one I watched. When you guys listen to it, I want you to tell me yes or no if you remember this, because I should remember it, but I do not. This is a Mandela thing for me, 100%. I should have heard of this, but I did not. All right, let's play it.
On September 28th, 2016, at around 6:17 p.m. Eastern Time in New York, while many people were home watching WKTV News, an emergency alert broadcast populated across their screen.
Civil authorities have issued a hazardous materials warning for the entire United States of America, effective until September 29, 2016 at 2:16 a.m. Eastern Time. Would you, could you, on a train, wait for further instructions?
What the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, people who were watching this hazardous materials warning with that very strange riddle at the end, would you, could you, on a train, had absolutely no idea what that meant.
Chris, what do I think of the aliens? I think it was a distraction. Look over here. Don't look over here. Look at these aliens you can't see in Miami. They're invisible. Don't look at them. Look over here. Don't look over here at what we're doing. I think that's what that was. I think it was a psyop to distract.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Was this was
That
happening?
crash, Parody Mike says that crash, Malaysia Flight 17, killed 100 AIDS doctors. Were they going to a convention? Why were they all on the train? I mean, on the airplane. Chris, they said there was a giant alien in it, but I didn't see anything. You know what I saw? I saw something. Like the outline of something. And where the body should be, it was like that warpy mirror stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're wearing a cloaking device to make them invisible. That's what I saw. I didn't see an alien. I saw a very tall, like 20-foot thing with a weird cloaking device on. That's all I could guess.
Yeah, when I see him, it looked like it's just a shadow to me. The actual thing wasn't visible; only the shadow was. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah. If you saw an actual alien, you saw a different timeline version than I saw. I believe you. I just didn't see it.
No, I just seemed like it's a shadow. That's it.
Chris, I believe you 100%. He said, I did see it though. And I saw something also, but I did see dark eyes. I believe you 100%. I believe you.
Yeah.
I just believe I didn't see the same thing as you.
Yeah. Did you live there? Did you see it for real? I mean, like in person, or?
They did have a video, and a giant alien was in it. Why did they get rid of everybody's phones, though? I don't know. That's a great question.
They're covering up.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Get rid of me. You better pay for them.
You can continue.
Yeah, somebody's getting paid.
You take my phone, you're gonna give me money for it.
Yeah, they're not going to just take my phone and not pay for it.
Yeah,
the
right.
$800 plus phone, no thing. No way, not happening.
Could you imagine if you had just gone into the mall and bought the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh
would
my
suck.
gosh.
I know my Windows, my Google 7 is like $800 phone, or it was at the time. So
I understand, Chris, but I actually do believe you. I really do believe you. I just saw something different than you.
yeah, and there's obviously more phones that are more expensive than that too, right?
It's not that I have to believe you. I just do believe you. All right, we can go on.
Yeah. Well, we believe you too, exactly. Yeah, but we just didn't see it. I agree.
Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, I totally believe you.
Well, but like I said, all I seen was a shadow. It looked like to me. That's all I remember.
Absolutely stumped. But they kept watching WKTV like normal. Later that same day, WKTV issued an apology stating that it was only a technical error that broadcasted this alert. This alert that was supposed to stay into effect ending the very next day, September 29th, 2016, at around 2:16 a.m. Eastern time. Now, again, nobody really...
Parody Mike, the kids were heading to Bali. The flight may have been going to Melbourne, but that would have been like a layover for the kids. They were headed to Bali to visit their grandmother. Hey, Preliminal, you must be on Rumble or on, who's sharing? Is it you, Josh?
No, I'm not sharing.
Splatter? You must be on
No.
Splatter's channel.
I don't think so.
Oh, my
Oh, we're
channel.
sharing
Oh,
to-
it's probably my channel. Oh, I am sharing. No, you're right. I am sharing. I thought you meant sharing screen. Yes, you're on my channel. Yeah.
You're on your channel. Everyone's on my channel, Splatter. I mean, Preliminal, not Splatter. Sorry.
Yeah.
I meant to say, go ahead, Splatter. So again, this event, it's not the TV thing that I don't remember. I wasn't in New York, so I wouldn't remember it. It's about what happens after this TV thing that I don't remember. Okay, hit play.
They gave this alert much thought. They were given an apology, and that was that. Until the very next day is when things would take an even stranger turn. On September 29th, a Pascack Valley Line train number 1614 left the Spring Valley station in Spring Valley, New York at around 7:23 a.m. Eastern Time, bound for Hoboken, New Jersey. Everything for the train had been running as normal until it entered the Hoboken terminal around 8:45 a.m.
Hoboken.
The train went over
Drives
the
me
bumper
crazy,
block
says it's so
through
wrong.
the rail concourse, coming to rest at the wall right before the station's waiting area. The train had unfortunately crashed. One witness reported that the train never slowed down as it entered the station, which is located at the end of the line. The train was not
This was all over Philadelphia news. I didn't hear a word about it. Never heard of it. Never knew this happened. Yes or no in the chat. Do you remember a train plowing through the station in Hoboken? Anyone? Does anyone remember this happening in 2016? Oh, excuse me, panel?
No.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's like 9 years ago. I would, if I did know, I probably would remember by now anyway.
No, but I don't live out that way. That's understandable.
Yeah, me too.
Maria says no.
I'm on the
Maria
other
says
side
no.
of the country and a different country.
Exactly. PG2424. No, and I live in New Jersey. Exactly. I've never heard of this. It's crazy. This is a Mandela for me, 100%.
Ah, okay.
And apparently for PG24242. It was. The Miami alien thing happened right after or right before the Las Vegas one. You are correct.
Yeah, right.
Oh, excuse me. Artie Lang told me about it. I wouldn't know, says Wolfie. Kai Man is from New York and would have guessed 1992, not 2016.
Artie Lang.
No, there was no TikTok in 2016, Ormane. It didn't exist. We had Vine back then.
Artie Lang, we used to be on that Shock Jock show with that.
Right, but hold on. Ormane, I'm trying to explain that there was no TikTok in 2016. It was still Vine, which is bought by Twitter. But TikTok was modeled after Vine. And no, we're going to find out that the conductor doesn't even remember what happened. Totally forgets. Has no clue. Very strange. Almost like MK Ultra. Anyway, let's hear it. Okay, go ahead.
Equipped with an automatic brake system, which is used if the engineer does not slow the train down in time. The train crash resulted in one person losing their life and 114 other people injured. The one person that lost her life, Fabiola Bitar de Kroon, she was not on the train at the time of the crash. She was actually standing on the platform when she lost her life to falling debris. Those watching WKTV News in New York just hours prior to this train crash were left confused as to why they were given this riddle of this train, and then hours later, a train leaving New York for New Jersey just happens to crash. Although he was injured, the train engineer cooperated with the investigation, and both the engineer and the train conductor were interviewed by investigators. The engineer lacked any memory of the accident itself. According to federal investigators, the engineer felt well rested and was unaware of any mechanical problems in the moments before the accident. Interestingly enough, the black boxes could not be recovered when it came to the crash. When it came to the very mysterious broadcast that seemed to foreshadow the disaster, on October 4th, 2016, FEMA claimed responsibility. At the time, fact-checking website Snopes had been conducting their own independent investigation when it came to the broadcast. FEMA told Snopes that they were conducting cross-nations tests for the Emergency Alert Systems test and development message using lines from various Dr. Seuss books as placeholder messages. When WKTV's Emergency Alert Systems device mistakenly relayed to the public the messages it received in its testing environment, the chosen verse from Green Eggs and Ham and its proximity to Hoboken was a pure coincidence, and FEMA had no culpability in the train crash. So then, what caused the accident? On February 6, 2018, the NTSB released their probable cause of the accident. The NTSB determined that the engineer's failure to stop was caused by fatigue due to undiagnosed sleep apnea. This didn't fly with many people who are looking into this further that did not buy that this was just a mere coincidence, because conductors, engineers, and those who are in control of the train are regularly tested for sleep apnea. Similar incidents of train derailments happened in 2011 and 2013, and the causes behind those derailments were attributed to sleep apnea. That would be the final determination: sleep apnea and a pure coincidence. The bizarre coincidence between Chris Benoit and Wikipedia.
Pause. Okay, so first off, this would be MK Ultra, not Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam, well, it could be. But Chris, I would look into MK Ultra. MK Ultra can alter people's actions, memories, thoughts, and that's that could cause a mass hysteria at the mall. So I would look into MK Ultra. Parody Mike says, this is a report from the Sydney Morning Herald. About 100 people traveling to a global AIDS conference in Australia. They're not doctors. They could be anybody related to the medical field. They could even be drug reps. Drug reps could have been part of that. But regardless, 100 people traveling to a global AIDS conference in Australia were on board the Malaysia Airlines flight that crashed and killed 298 people in eastern Ukraine. So sad.
Yeah.
All right, so I have no idea what's happening. I do know Chris Benoit because we just had this in the paranormal files with what he said a few months prior to the murder, unaliving of his wife.
I thought it was only a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a couple weeks. Regardless.
Yeah, whatever.
He said something really creepy shortly before. We'll say shortly before. He unalived himself and murdered his wife or girlfriend, whatever, wife.
His whole story is weird. Like, yeah, if you want to go down a rabbit hole, look into Chris Benoit and his use with steroids.
Oh yeah,
that might explain a little bit about what happened.
I don't know what. Okay. I don't know what they're going to say here, but it might be something different. I don't know, but it might be the same thing. But what do you guys think, Flatter?
One of his famous moves was a flying headbutt, right? So he had a lot of head damage, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, CTE.
All right, we can go on.
Okay.
Christopher Michael Benoit was a wrestling powerhouse who had a 22-year career in wrestling spanning over multiple organizations, which include the WWE, the WCW, the ECW, among other organizations. On June 22nd,
technically I'm a Jersey girl because I grew up in Jersey. I lived in Jersey for the first 35 years of my life. I'd been in Philly for the last 14 years. So, Jersey for 35, Philly for 14. Jersey girl.
Right on, Wolfie. That's smart.
Go on. Not to mention, I'm only 7 minutes away from Jersey. It's not like I'm not.
You're still, part of the
community. But I live in Philly.
2007, investigators determined that over the course of 3 days at their residence, Chris had taken the life of his wife, Nancy. Then the very next day, he had taken the life of his 7-year-old son. Then finally, on June 24th, 2007, Chris had ended himself. Subsequent research undertaken by the Sports Legacy Institute, now the Concussion Legacy Foundation, suggested that depression and CTE, a condition of brain damage from concussions that Benoit had sustained during his pro wrestling career, were likely contributing factors to the crimes. What looked like a clear-cut case of somebody destroying their family then taking themselves out was anything but. Now, I can go on and on about the many bizarre things surrounding this case and how many people believe that Chris Benoit was framed.
Yep.
But I am here to talk about coincidences and a very bizarre coincidence that happened just prior to what had occurred on June 22nd, 2007. You see, before news had broken out about Chris Benoit and his family passing away, 14 hours before police entered the Benoit home, anonymous edits on the Wikipedia article.
It's not. Unalived is what we have to say on YouTube because we're not allowed to say the word that begins with an S.
Right.
Hey, Tom. All right, we can go on.
Yeah.
For Chris Benoit were added about the passing of his wife, Nancy Benoit. So essentially, Nancy Benoit's passing was announced before police even made the discovery. An anonymous edit from IP address 69.120.111.23 using the internet service provider Optimum Online was made at 4:01 UTC on Chris Benoit's Wikipedia article. The edited paragraph stated about an earlier fight where Chris Benoit was replaced due to personal issues, the anonymous editor added, stemming from the passing of his wife Nancy. The edit was reversed just under 1 hour later with the comment, "Need a reliable source." Saying that his wife passed away is a pretty big statement. You need to back it up with something. Strangely enough, just 1 hour later after the first edit revision, another anonymous edit by another IP address, 125.63.148.173, using unwiredaustralia.com.au, a wireless internet service provider, was made adding about the aforementioned personal issues. That edit has stated, which according to several pro wrestling websites is attributed to the passing of Benoit's wife Nancy. That edit was reverted just under 20 minutes later with the comment saying several pro wrestling websites is still not reliable information. So just hours before police discovered.
Okay, this information is making me think his first intention was just to get rid of the wife and not himself and his son. Because this also said that his son, he took care of his son a day later. I'm starting to wonder.
I was thinking
if he had second thoughts, that there's no way I'm going to get away with this.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when he said his wife passed one day, and then the son passed the second day, and then he did himself third day. Like, I mean, that's crazy. Like weird mental stuff that you're going to do it one day apart, and you're going to live for an entire day, and then I didn't know that part. That's very interesting.
I didn't know that part either. So it sounds to me like his first intention was he intended to get rid of the wife and live with just him and his son, but he was thinking about it over the course of that day. There's no way out. There's no way out of this. And I don't want to put my son through this. Or maybe the son found the mother and he had to make a rash decision or something. Something happened where the son survived for another day.
He just wasn't thinking straight. Yeah. Because
and then I would say that
could have just had his whole brain messed up. Yeah.
And then maybe the reason why he unalived himself is because of what he had to do with the son.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole other story with different details going around that leads to like he was like, someone else did it. He was like,
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole for sure.
Yeah.
Going into his story.
Yeah, someone else did it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But why again if someone else did it? Unless they were held hostage, would they do in the son and then him days apart?
Yeah, right. The days apart is what gets me. That doesn't make any sense. Like that means that tells me that there was something, mentally wrong with him. Something was wrong in his head that he could do that and live with it for an entire day and probably act like normal and take his son to school, pick him up, and then what I mean? That's not right.
That's the first time I've heard it was in 3 separate days.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Me too.
Absolutely.
This could also be a Mandela inserted history.
No.
Variation effect.
No, inserted history. This part is inserted into the history that we all knew.
Yeah. It was heard that it could have been a sacrificial thing done by Vince.
Oh yeah, that's getting deeper.
Or as Jeff coined it, Mandela reality insert. That's what he calls it.
Yeah.
An MRI.
Yeah, I just recently heard that.
That's a good term.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
When I heard it, it
Good
actually
night,
sounded
Wolfie.
reasonable.
Thank you for being here, Wolfie. Have a good night. Get some rest.
Yeah,
and welcome to
Wolfie.
Chow Fun, who says aloha.
Later,
Aloha, everyone.
Aloha.
Oh, I wish I was
talked
in
about
Hawaii.
Lahaina.
Yeah.
All right, we can continue.
All right.
Chris Benoit and his family Hours before news broke out about Chris Benoit and his family, there was a tussle on Wikipedia. These random IP addresses saying that Nancy Benoit passed away, Chris Benoit was the reason. Wikipedia would come back and say that this is fake news. There is no reliable source saying so. Further investigations were conducted on the IP addresses. Investigations had shown that the IP address used to make the very first edit was located in Connecticut, but the IP address was not linked to any computers or servers used by the WWE. But here's what's strange. According to Carrie Bass, volunteer coordinator for the Wikimedia Foundation, the IP address actually matches a location in Stamford, Connecticut, where the WWE headquarters is located. Bass also informed the local...
I just have to pause it. It's playing too long.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
Looks
looking
like
at
it's
the
leading
chat.
up to what I said, right?
And happy birthday to Josh, Wolfie says.
Oh,
And I
well,
just
thanks,
realized
Wolfie.
I don't have the banner up.
Old news. Oh,
There we go. Banner's back up.
Yeah,
Okay, we can
exactly.
continue.
Old news. Next year. We don't have to talk about it again for a whole year.
I'm sorry. I'm just...
Well, I
No,
just
you're
want to
good.
add.
No,
I just want to add to the splatter what he said, that it was a ritual. I believe Hulk Hogan was sacrificed too. Probably next year we're going to be doing the same thing with Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
No,
well,
they're
news
saying-
just came out
Weird
today that Hulk Hogan
coincidences?
that was possibly murdered.
Yeah,
Did you hear that? I heard today.
malpractice.
Yeah, malpractice or something. You know, like something fishy is now
Yeah,
going on
they
with
cut the wrong
Hulk Hogan's death.
the air pipe. The air pipe.
Yeah.
They cut his air pipe?
There's malpractice, they're saying now.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
that's the
but
case,
I
yeah, that's some
believe
bullshit.
it was a ritual. Yeah, just like what happened to Michael.
Yeah, right. Because he became Christian, and they didn't want him, you know, spreading the word anymore, and so they had to do away with him. In my opinion, all allegedly, entertainment purposes only. But
You have to.
Yeah, I know. You got to cover your hide.
Yep.
Where the hide?
I was going to say, he looked pretty
Yep.
healthy for his age when he was campaigning for Trump.
He looked awesome for his age.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, we can continue.
And then there was Ozzy too.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah,
Sacrifice.
he didn't look awesome for his age, but
No, and he was battling
Yeah, Ozzy's totally different. He was
Parkinson's.
definitely
yeah, he
sick
looked
and-
rough. But yeah, but
yeah,
I'm
it-
surprised he made it as long as he did.
Well, he knew it was coming. That's why he had that last concert like 2 weeks before he went, right?
Yeah, probably.
He knew
But
it was coming.
Yeah, he sold his soul a long time ago. Anyway, R.I.P. all those guys. I loved Ozzy. I loved Hogan, Malcolm Jamal. They were all part of my childhood. So
Don't worry about Malcolm.
moving on.
He gets shuffled into. Oh, yeah, anyway, yeah.
Authorities
Oh, yeah,
in
he died
Atlanta
the
about the
same
unusual
time.
edits, but it is not known if the edits were ever investigated by the police. The second edit was made by a computer in Australia from a wireless network. Bass had claimed it didn't become apparent until someone put the pieces together and realized that the comment was made by someone who apparently knew what had taken place inside the Benoit home. Fayette County Sheriff Deputy Lieutenant Tommy Pope stated that police found the family at about 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday when the WWE called police and asked them to do a welfare check after employees of WWE received calls and text messages from Chris Benoit. Early Sunday, Benoit sent repeated text messages that read, "My physical address is 130 Green Meadow Lane, Fayetteville, Georgia, 30215. Another text message reportedly said, "The dogs are in the enclosed pool area. Garage side door is open." The messages were sent around 4 a.m. Eastern Time. Earlier on Saturday afternoon, Chris Benoit placed a series of calls that...
That's a red flag and a half. Why are you sending me this stuff? You know? And he unalives his son, his wife, himself, but he wants to save the dogs. That is confusing.
Yeah.
The dogs are in the backyard.
Yeah, he put them out. He put them out in the enclosed backyard, so that yeah, that's nuts. Sounds like he had a little bit of humanity left in him.
Explained why he missed his flight to Houston. The stories he told were mostly about his wife and son being sick with food poisoning and vomiting. Although in one call he said that he and Nancy were at the hospital to be with Daniel, who was hospitalized. Though throughout that call, Chris insisted that he would attend the live WWE event in Houston, when he missed that live event on Sunday and the WWE could not get a hold of him, the WWE contacted the authorities. This is when the police conducted that welfare check.
When he said he was going to be at the thing on Sunday. Like that supports that the plans changed. It was just supposed to be the wife. And he was going to be at the thing on Sunday, and he probably would have brought his son. The plans probably changed. All right, go on.
Okay.
And found the Benoit family. The WikiNews investigation was unable to conclude whether the anonymous editors had any inside information about the passing of Nancy Benoit. Wikipedia had also stated that this is not the first time Benoit's article had been edited to show false or unsourced information, as the article's edit history indicates a long history of promotional spam and vandalism. Around the time of the edits, the article contained a hidden warning to editors of the section mentioned, warning against adding rumors and speculations. For the time being, Benoit's article had been protected in an attempt to stop the addition of fraudulent information. The final determination as to what happened with Chris Benoit's Wikipedia page and Nancy Benoit was just that it was a good guess and a coincidence. The bizarre coincidences of the Elisa Lambs. Now,
Right,
I do believe by now,
Yeah, this is a very old one. I want to see if they give us something new here. Now, I have not seen anything beyond this point, so I'm watching it new with you. So I have no idea what they're going to be talking about. Pushing is making sure to say happy birthday, Josh. Bad joke.
Oh, this is the Chinese lady that disappeared. She goes out, but she never. They never see her again. Like paranormal.
Well, no. Yes or no, in the chat and panel, was this solved in your past? Yeah, I think it is now, Ty Man.
What, solved?
Yeah. Didn't they find her inside a container?
No. That's not what I mean by solved. I mean, did they figure out why it happened, how it happened?
No. Supernatural.
No. I'm not saying we all know they found her body. I'm asking you, yes or no, did they know why it happened and how it happened? Yes, it is the water lady.
Yeah.
So yes or no, was it solved for you?
I don't remember.
Pushing Button says no. Lil Cam says no. I have a lot of presentations to make just from this one video. Parody Mike says no. What about you guys? I got no from Jose.
No,
I don't know from Splatter. What about you, Josh?
What was the question?
Okay. Besides them finding her body, do you remember this case being solved? AKA, they knew why she was in there and how she got in there.
Oh, no. Yeah.
No for you?
Absolutely no. Yeah, no.
They found her in a water tank.
Sorry, my internet was getting spotty.
Time in. It's all right. Tim Mothman says no. Solved? No, says Time Man.
What?
Don't know if I heard about it, says Bubba One. All right, Josh.
He's having trouble with the internet.
Yeah, it's getting like, it's getting robot-y, and I just wanted to warn everybody that if I drop out, or I'll be back. I'll keep coming back in, but you might lose me for a minute
my
or two
computer
here and
is
there.
acting up too. My computer's acting up too. So I might go too.
We're not buying it, Jose. We're
Yeah,
not
exactly. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, your sleep schedule is interfering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
you're
my
getting
computer
tired.
freezes, it's not my fault.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Save what and replay what?
So I was
You gotta get ahead with the
covering
excuses.
this.
I know.
I am going to cover this because it's 100% in the chat. Because the answer is yes, they did solve it. So I don't remember that. No one else does. But they did solve it. And he's probably going to talk about that. So here we go. Let's play it.
Of course they did. Yeah.
Everybody is familiar with the very bizarre case of Elisa Lam. So I'm not going to go into too much detail. For one, like I said, almost everybody is familiar with this case. And for two, like with Chris Benoit, this could turn into a very lengthy video. So I'm not going to talk about all the theories that surrounds this very bizarre case or her background. I'm just going to target the very strange coincidence. For a quick synopsis, on February 19, 2013, the body of Canadian tourist Elisa Lam was recovered from a large cistern atop the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, where she had been a guest. She was last seen alive on January 31st and was reported missing by her parents on February 8th. She was discovered by a hotel maintenance worker investigating complaints of flooding and low water pressure. Here's the thing, people had also stated that the water had an unusual taste. So people were also drinking this water. The tank where she was found was providing water to guest rooms, a kitchen, and a coffee shop. So
yeah, that hotel, Cecil is infested with paranormal.
It is.
Yeah.
But they're not. They said it wasn't paranormal. We're gonna get to that. All right, next.
They're lying.
We'll go now?
Yep.
Again, it's very important to understand that people were drinking the water. This video footage had released, which had shown Elisa Lam in great distress. Once this video footage had released, multiple theories had branched out, but the ultimate determination was that she had a mental break. Why it's important to remember that people cooked, bathed, and drank the water Elisa Lam was found in happens to be that a couple days after Elisa Lam was found, a very bad outbreak of tuberculosis had overtaken Skid Row right next to the Cecil Hotel. Matter of fact, very bad would not even begin to describe the outbreak. As reported by health workers at the time, they had identified about 4,650 people who were probably exposed to a persistent outbreak of the contagious disease on downtown Los Angeles' Skid Row. Over the course of 5 years, that outbreak continued to occur and remained a challenging issue, making it one of the worst outbreaks that had occurred in American history. Well, where does Elisa Lam fall into all this? To test people for TB, a test, of course, has to be administered. A test was administered, and the name of this test just happened to be Lam Elisa. That's right. The name of this TB test just happens to be coincidentally.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't near my mouse.
Oh yeah, you got to stay near it when we're doing this splatter. We got to pause so that we don't get taken down.
Yeah, I was coming back.
Yeah. So the test for the TB is called Lam Elisa. Seriously? That is so bizarre.
Her name is Lisa Lam.
Lam Elisa. Yeah, it's weird.
Elisa Lam's name in reverse. There were people that stated that this was too much of a coincidence, and this confirms that something nefarious had taken place with Elisa Lam. Elisa Lam is found in a water tank in a hotel that's right next to Skid Row, where people are getting sick with TB. And in order to test these people, they are given a test called, well, Elisa Lam, except it's Lam Elisa. People had questioned if Elisa Lam had TB when she was found in the water tank. Now, remember that video footage where it appears that Elisa Lam is in great distress.
I'm going to look it up really quick, just so that I'm like questioning myself.
Huh. Yeah, no, I do remember this video now. I do remember her being found in the water tank. So I don't know if I answered incorrectly earlier with the question. But
all right, hold on.
Yeah, this
It's not officially solved, but it was ruled accidental death, drowning.
What?
Yeah.
She accidentally squeezed herself
fell into the water tank up at the top of the hotel.
She accidentally squeezed herself into the water tank to go for a swim.
Exactly.
How Lam accessed the water tank, which had a heavy lid and required a maintenance hatch too small for her to enter, was never definitively explained.
Yeah, that's pretty fishy.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I call BS.
Oh, totally.
On the official narrative of this one.
Oh, yeah. She just had to go up there with a super heavy lid and jump into a hole that she could barely fit in for a swim. Get out.
Yeah, right.
The Elisa Lam. All right, here's a video. Hold on a minute.
Oh, this is almost finished.
No, we're not watching that. It's 35 minutes long. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, the video started playing. It says the Elisa Lam case was finally solved in 2025, and it's worse than we thought. I'm going to share this link and pin it at the top in case anyone is interested in watching it later on.
The only thing we might go to finish this one. It's got like a minute and a half left.
Yeah. No, yeah, I was talking about the one that she's pinning to in the link now in the chat. Is a 35-minute video.
Many people had attributed that to her having a mental break. What had come out about Elisa Lam is that she had a history of mental illness. But it should also be very important to note that one of the side effects of TB just happens to be delirium, insanity. People affected by TB have a higher risk of mental health conditions, which can negatively impact TB treatment outcomes, health-related quality of life, and other health and social outcomes. In fact, mental health conditions are one of...
My microphone did disconnect. I was saying there's a video called The Elisa Lam Case Was Finally Solved in 2025. I pinned it to the top of the chat if anybody's interested in seeing it after the show.
Yeah, right.
So, okay, so anyway, we can go on.
Yeah, it's almost finished here.
The top impairments suffered by people with TB. Now, the thing is, investigators came out and stated that Elisa Lam was not affected with TB. That all rumors between Elisa Lam and TB was just that. It was just rumors. That the bizarre coincidence when it comes to the name of the test being named after Elisa Lam was just that. It was just a bizarre coincidence. They also want people to know that the Lam Elisa test was created
You got to rewind it. Go back. Rewind. I needed you to pause back on the previous screen. You see arrows splatter.
When it comes to the
pause. Okay. They also said that her bipolar disorder was a major contributing factor. Look at that test name. Liporabobrahmin enzyme linked blah 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 blah. Look at the first word. I can see the word bipolar right in the beginning of that word. That's so weird. So weird. You see that?
Yeah.
The binomammon, whatever it is, bi, and then look at the beginning of the word. Liporab, bipolar.
Yep.
It's in the name of the test, bipolar. That's so weird. And they don't even mention that, but bipolar is in the name of the Elisa Lam test. Hey, Tobin. Just want to point that out. All right, go ahead.
Name of the test being named after Elisa Lam was just that. It was just a bizarre coincidence. They also want people to know that the Lam-Elisa test was created well before Elisa Lam was born. The test was created in 1971. Elisa Lam was born April 30th, 1991. So the final outcome is that Elisa Lam had bipolar disorder and depression. She took her own self out, and the test TB was just, again, a very bizarre coincidence. Which of these three strange stories had the most bizarre coincidence? Please do comment in the comment section below. In any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel.
Okay. Next. Now this last video that we're going to be reacting to, guys, we were supposed to watch it on the last show. So I really don't remember this one.
Well, that's good. Fresh take.
Where is this video? The last one?
In the private chat, Splatter. Be Inspired is the channel. Millions are seeing this. Reality is being altered. That's the name of the video.
Oh, it is the right one. I got the right one. Right on.
Yay. So guys, we are raising donuts since we're waiting for the video. As you'll see the old one. We are raising donuts. I'm doing the kitty. I don't know what happened to Bit of Venom tonight. I guess he had to work.
Maybe.
We're raising donuts to pay for the apps that are all expired and renewing at the same time.
Yeah.
And medicine, of course.
Josh and Jose are supposed to be mentioning that every once in a while.
And Splatter.
Yeah, just us, not you.
Well, I have been.
I'm sleeping.
I haven't heard you guys mention it once.
I have been
too. It is Josh's birthday.
Yeah.
It is Josh's birthday.
I said if
Happy
you want to give me a
birthday to
birthday
Josh.
present, I said it, you know.
Oh, okay.
A late birthday present. Sandy's links are in the chat, you know. Cash App and PayPal birthday present for me is to, you know, send her a few donuts, even if it's just $1 or $2.
Okay, are we ready? Is that the video, Splatter?
Very happy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had the video up. I thought it was the old one.
No, I'm ready. I'm quick.
Okay, let me get the
yeah,
see which
he's on
one
the
looks
ball
best
today.
with this.
Yeah, Splatter is on the ball
I
today.
think we're gonna go with the yellow one on this one. Oh no, the red one looks best. Okay, let's go with that.
How long is this video? Because I'm falling asleep.
17 minutes.
All right.
Give it a half hour because we're going to stop every once in a
Yeah,
while.
probably another hour.
Yeah, it's only take an hour.
Just mute up, Jose. If you fall asleep, you fall asleep.
Okay.
All right.
Effect is getting out of control.
If you're running a simulation and you go back and you change some variables and you rerun the simulation, lots of little things could be different along the way, right? You have many different possible paths.
You have glitches in the matrix.
Exactly. You're now on this timeline, but you remember. You have like a deja vu.
Pause.
You have like a weird memory.
You remember something?
Literally talking about two different things. It's not a glitch in the matrix. We're talking about timelines. It's like, exactly.
Yeah.
Two different timelines. No, that's not a glitch in the matrix. That's different. All right, go on.
Clearly, it's burned into your brain. You've seen it 100 times, maybe more. But then you check, and it's not there. Or worse, it's different. That's the Mandela effect. It's not just about being wrong. It's about thousands, sometimes millions of people being wrong in exactly the same way. Let's start with a few examples.
I appreciate that. You know how rare it is to hear somebody not in the community describe it accurately like that? It's about thousands, sometimes millions of people being wrong in the exact same way. They always leave that part out, the exact same way. They always leave that out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So good on them.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Good on them.
That sounded good to hear that. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
For sure.
You probably remember the Monopoly man having a monocle. He never did. Mirror, mirror on the wall? That's not what the evil queen says. The actual line is,
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest?
Who is one of all?
Curious George?
Wrong.
No tail. Not now, not ever. The Berenstein Bears? They were always Berenstain Bears, with an A. And yet, millions remember the E version, books, VHS tapes, school libraries. C-3PO from Star Wars.
Okay, I want everyone to look at C-3PO on the left. He's going to use that as the gold leg, but look at the foot. Look at the foot. Look at the foot. It's silver. The foot is silver on the gold leg.
Yeah. You're saying it's silver?
Yeah. For some reason
It
now
looks
the
like
gold leg has a silver foot.
It does look like it.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying there are images in the movie of a silver foot on the gold leg.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
And it's just a new variation that keeps popping up,
Yeah, well,
and he's using
there
it as an
other
example.
images where the leg is silver and the foot is gold?
No. No.
Okay.
It's all silver or it's
The
gold.
leg is gold.
It's either all gold, all silver, or gold with a silver foot. It's a third timeline, and it's new. It started popping up when I made the presentation and pointed it out. So about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I just wanted to point it out that he's using an example with the silver foot.
Hey, Sandy, do you remember that nipple?
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, they're not. They're
cameras.
One's a spyglass, and one is like a dent from a pew projectile.
No.
This thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They're
you
not
said
nipples.
you said that's a hole on the other side?
It's a dent. It's like a dent. Yeah.
No, that's new. I never seen that before.
I don't know.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Bit of Venom talked about that last week.
Wow.
All right, we can go on.
Star Wars. You'd swear he was all gold, but in every movie, he has one silver leg. Pikachu. He never had a black tip on his tail, even though thousands vividly remember it. And for 90s kids, Febreze only has one
Pause.
E. Not Febreze.
Why 90s kids? Like, I didn't use Febreze. Yes, I did. What the heck?
Yeah, really.
That's just ridiculous. 90s kids. Only 90s kids knows what Febreze is. No. 90s kids' parents knows what Febreze is. Ridiculous. All right, anyway, go on.
Anybody alive knows
Yeah, I
what
know.
Febreze is.
Seriously, what the heck? All right, go on.
Unless you're in a third world country.
FAP, he's talking about the spyglass on the chest. The thing that sticks up. It looks like...
Look it up. The Fruit of the Loom logo? No cornucopia. Never had one, even though people clearly remember it being there. The famous JFK assassination footage. How many people were in the car? If you said 4, you're not alone. But in the actual video...
If you said 4, if you said the car is black and not blue, if you remember the floating bar above their heads, if you remember the window in the middle just floating there, if you remember the handlebars in the back, if you remember it in color, there's so much there that should not be.
The
It's
whole
ridiculous.
thing is wrong. It's
all wrong.
All wrong, exactly. The car is way too close back there.
Way too close. The car was never right there.
No.
The bike was never there. The bike was a little behind.
Yeah.
And it was in between the cars, not next to.
It's a totally different car. That's messed up. And it was black and white. Because the Pruder film was black and white. He didn't have a color photographer.
I also don't remember a blue windshield. Is it blue? Or is it just they're still showing the black and white film in there, in where he's driving?
I don't know. It does look a bit weird.
Yeah, maybe.
That's new. All right, we can go on.
Yeah.
There are 6.
Now,
weird. Here's where it gets even stranger. Nelson Mandela himself, millions remember him dying in prison in the 1980s. That's where the term came from. But he lived until 2013. And then there's Looney Tunes. Nope, it's Looney Tunes. Kit Kat? No dash. The Flintstones? It's spelled with 2 T's. Flint Stones.
Duh.
These aren't just typos or simple confusion. People describe intense emotional reactions, shock, confusion, even denial, when confronted with the correct versions.
Pause.
Because it's not...
And go back.
To what?
To the cornucopia. A few 2 frames. You went too far already. I could see it.
I did?
Oh no! All right, just hit the arrows back. So
Yes, I'm doing. I'm trying your
Okay,
arrow
good.
trick this time.
Yep, go back. Back. Back.
I'm trying. I'm going back. It's just not doing anything.
Okay.
Well, it is doing something, but like very minimal.
I see.
You see it moving?
No.
Oh. Yeah, the brick stuff in the background is okay. I'll just move it myself. Damn it, this is taking too long.
No,
Where am I
because the
going?
next frame. Don't use the arrows.
That's what I'm doing. It's taking forever. What do you want?
Keep going. You have to get to the previous screen.
Well, it's gonna. Like, I'll just do it with this. It's easier.
Yeah, but you went too far.
Nope. Where am I
Flintstones
going
is too far. Flintstones is too far. It's after Flintstones.
What do you want to see?
Oh, the I don't remember what was on the screen. It was Bernie's. There it is. That right there.
Yeah.
What the heck is Bernie's? It's the second time he showed it. Oh, it's from Black Mirror. Okay. I have heard of that Mandela. I was going to ask, what is that? Because I don't know what Bernie's is, but I haven't seen Black Mirror, but I remember you guys talking about it. All right, just play it from here, Splatter.
People describe intense emotional reactions, shock, confusion, even denial, when confronted with the correct versions. Because it's not just about facts changing, it's about reality shifting underneath you, and you being the only one who remembers how it used to be. But
No, we're
how
not
can
the
so
only
many
ones.
people remember the same wrong
We're not
thing?
the only ones.
There are
Yeah.
many theories trying to explain the Mandela effect. Some are psychological, others much stranger. But one stood out to me because it came from someone who actually experienced it. After uploading a previous video, I got a comment that was so detailed, I had to go back and read it twice. The user claimed to have lived through a major Mandela effect event, and what they wrote offered a completely different perspective. A theory rooted not in memory failure, but in the media we consumed growing up. According to them, everything points back to the 1990s, a decade.
That's wild.
Yeah, so we're reacting to a comment. All right, let's go.
Yeah, this guy's full of it, isn't he?
When most of the heavily affected memories seem to originate. TV shows, movies, logos, famous lines, all tied to that era.
No.
And they noticed something else. Nearly
False.
every Mandela
Pause.
effect.
Okay. Maybe for this person, all their memories are tied to the 90s. Maybe they're younger. But for me, we're talking about memories in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, 80s, 90s, because I was born then. Mr. Super Sidewinder has a Mandela effect from the 1970s. Teresa Lynch has Mandela effects from the 60s because she was born in the 60s. It's all dependent upon when you're born.
Yep.
So I don't think that matters because this person's probably younger. I don't think it's you know what I mean. It's his age.
Yeah,
It's the commenter's age.
Yeah, this guy is so young. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. All right, you can continue.
Case is connected to American media. Hollywood, cable TV, cartoons, VHS tapes.
Pause.
There's a pattern here, and it's not.
Pause. It's not a pattern. Here's why. I'm going to tell you why. Because American media rules the world. Okay? American media is consumed in every country. American media is king. We have media in other countries, of course. But for the amount of media that's imported into the U.S., 1,000,000 times is exported out of the U.S. I would suggest that media is one of our #1 exports. And in addition to that, we have found Mandela effects in non-U.S. media. So this thing is not true. I don't believe this is it. I disagree 100%. I just think it's in American media the most because it is our #1 export, because almost every country consumes American media, even North Korea.
Yes.
So.
Yep.
I think that's why. I think it's because we have more of it, it's more prevalent, and it's seen in every country. So, anyway, go on.
Yeah, there's.
Hey, Burgos.
There's millions of you bastards.
How we can go on.
I'm a Canadian. I can say that.
Yes.
Random. Back then, TV broadcasts used standard definition analog formats, like Betacam, with frame rate conversions, weird color shifts, and region-based differences. The scene you saw on TV might have looked or sounded completely different from the version on VHS, or even the original theatrical cut.
Wow, look,
Some
it
shows
paused.
were
Did you see that?
edited
Go
for
back
time.
a second. Go back with the arrows. His shirt was an entirely different color. Did you notice that? Go back with the arrows. Yep. In case you guys missed it, shirt on the right was blue and shirt on the left was white. You see it? Because of the lighting?
Okay.
The shirt looks blue.
Yeah.
Well, at least on the left side, the shirt looks blue.
He's wearing an earplug in this one. He's not.
Yeah, there's an
On the
earplug
right
in one
side,
and
you
not
mean?
the other.
Well, that's just a dot. It's just a dot here.
Oh, it's just a dot.
I know
Oh,
why I
see.
said it looks exactly like he's got an earplug in it.
It does.
It
So
does.
he's got like a
Yeah.
cream shirt on the left side,
Good
and
catch.
it looks like a blue shirt on the right because of lighting.
Yeah.
Yep.
An earplug.
I see it. Yeah, for sure.
We can continue.
And he's got one right in the middle of his throat too.
Yep.
He's got an earplug in his throat on the right side. Yeah.
And on the temple.
Yep.
Cut. Some shows were edited for time, others were censored. Scenes were redubbed or recut. Even logos were slightly altered for international audiences. And here's the wild part. People formed their core memories based on these versions, not the real ones. So what happens decades later when all you can find is the remastered version? Clean, corrected, and totally unfamiliar. It feels like reality changed. But maybe...
So anyway, no, that's not true.
I was trying to pause, but
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get some lasagna in the oven here. And every time I get up to go get it, you go pause. I got to come run back over here.
Splatter, we have to pause it every 2 minutes. So we have to pause it so we don't get taken down.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that's not true of what he said like 30 seconds ago about your memory is created based on the version you looked at. That's not always true. because not all Mandela effects are media. They're not all affected by VHS or in the theater. There's also, like, you know, logos of products that you owned. Those are the real versions. You remember Oreo double stuff, maybe not you, but the people remember Oreo double stuff because they had Oreo double stuff with the logo in their house. They ate the cookies. That's the real logo. A spelling is not going to be different. A word is not going to be different on a radio version that you only heard on the radio. Like, if you never owned the album or the CD of a song, but you still love the song, like I have plenty of songs I love that I've never owned, that I know all the words to. If a word is different, I've only heard it on the radio, because MTV is no longer a thing. I've only heard it on the radio. It's not like there's a different radio version. There's the radio edit that's sent to the radio stations. So that is the real version. It's the radio version that I'm comparing it to. The Bing Crosby one that I go on and on about.
Exactly.
The Christmas song. That's based on the album version that we owned. That's a real memory. It's not just what he's describing here.
Yep. Yeah, and that happens all the time. You know, like, you know, people have that real live version of, you know, record or the album or the, you know, cassette or their Bible that they've had for 20 years. Yeah. It's not just, you know, you can't just say they changed the version because you're looking at the one that you've had for or been listening to for, you know, the last 25 years. So.
Exactly. All right, we can continue.
It was never the same to begin with. The commenter called this the social experiment hypothesis, a theory that mass media, TV in particular, acted like a psychological experiment, shaping and even rewriting collective memory, whether intentional or not. The result is the same: millions of people remembering something that technically never existed. It's unsettling, but it makes sense, especially when you realize how much of your memory is tied to repetition. And in the 90s, we didn't just watch something once. We saw it every day. After school, Saturday mornings, burned into our minds, one rerun at a time.
What's he talking about?
This guy's comment is making it, because again, based on when he was born, he thinks all of this has to do with the 90s because that's what he knows, because that's what he grew up with.
Yeah.
There was more repetition in the 70s, 60s, 80s, 50s. The jingles were even more so than in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. The repetition, we saw these things every day. We heard the jingles every day. But it wasn't just the 90s, that's all.
Every day?
Yeah, how many times? I probably saw a Juicy Fruit commercial every day.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Possible.
And they would play the same.
Or Mikey, he
watch
likes
a
it
TV
commercial. I seen the life commercial
Sorry,
all
what?
the time, every day.
Yeah. Like if you watched like if you watched one channel, it was free, like frequently in our household at least, the shows that we wanted to watch from 8 to 10 p.m. were all on the same channel. Once in a while we'd switch, like from 3 to 6 to 10, because it was 3, 6, 10 in my area. ABC, NBC, CBS. This is before Fox in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Like Who's the Boss, Cheers. I don't remember what channels they were on, but you know what I mean. Let's pretend, okay?
Yeah.
Let's pretend it was Who's the Boss, Growing Pains, Cheers, and let's pretend they were on the same channel. They probably weren't, because I don't remember that anymore. But let's pretend. If you watch that whole block of TV series,
They weren't.
you would see the same commercials replayed. They would replay some of the same commercials across the different TV
Exactly.
series.
Just like YouTube now. Yeah.
What the heck was that? Yeah, just like well, I don't really. I skipped the ads.
Yeah, that was a weird noise.
Yeah, I skip the ads too, but yeah, but I get the commercials on YouTube, very targeted. You know, the same. I'll get the same commercials for like 8 straight. You know, no matter
Wait a minute. You
what
just
type
made
of
me
content I'm
realize.
watching.
You just made me realize I haven't seen a commercial in a long time.
I'm
I
commercial
don't have
free.
premium.
I do.
But I have not seen a commercial in a long time.
Maybe
That's
you're
good.
on mine because I have premium.
No. I'm talking about like when I watch YouTube. Like I'm not getting ads.
Are you
I
using the
don't know
Brave
why. No.
browser?
Nope, Safari. No, I'm using the app.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
That
I'm
would be
watching
the
it on the
only reason
YouTube
I would
app.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
got-
getting ads. I just
Oh,
realized
on the
that.
app.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
weird.
I got YouTube premium because I hate ads.
I don't have YouTube Premium. I should check
Oh.
so I don't get a charge that I'm not expecting. Hello, Sadly Karen. I should check that. I'll check my settings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I watched my mom's channel, my mom's YouTube channel that I just found out
You
that
found what? You cut out.
and she has like 12 subscribers on her channel. I watched one of my mom's videos yesterday or the day before, and she has like 12 subs. You know, like she didn't even know she had a YouTube channel. Somebody put it together for her and whatever. And I watched one of her videos, and I got an ad on it, and so she's definitely not monetized, but she was getting ads on.
Oh no, you get ads when
I
you're
don't
not
know.
monetized.
You're getting lucky if you're not seeing ads.
Yeah,
I know, but
no.
I'm just saying.
I'm
I'm just saying you're
concerned that
getting
I'm
lucky.
accidentally signed up for like they frequently give me pop-ups to try premium. I'm afraid that
gotcha.
it you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
no,
yeah,
yeah,
no,
I see what
ads
you're
are on
saying.
all
Yeah,
videos.
definitely check that out. Yeah.
I don't even know how much premium was,
So yeah,
but I got
definitely check your bills. Make sure you're not getting charged.
I
for
do
that
remember Parody. I do remember Parody Mike letting me log into his family plan, but I'm under my account, so it doesn't affect my account, right? Or it does?
shit. No, it shouldn't. No.
No. I think it
Unless they're
might.
connected.
That's what I'm saying. I think my account's connected to his.
He's ad
Oh
free.
yeah, if they're connected, then maybe. But I didn't. It didn't affect my accounts. Like, you know, I have 5 accounts, and I only signed up for premium for like the free trial for a month.
Am I connected under yours, Parody Mike?
He says he is. You are.
No. He said I let you log into my family plan, and
Yeah.
I have premium. But is my account connected? Because then I'll feel a lot better. Because I was worried for a second. Yes. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, thank you, Parody Mike. Really,
There you
thank
go.
you. Because really, I was realizing I'm like I'm not seeing
that's
ads
good.
actually.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you, Parody
Isn't
Mike.
it nice with no ads? I hate ads.
It is. I didn't even realize I was
Yeah.
missing them until I had to think about them. And I'm like, wait, I'm not
That's
getting them.
amazing.
Thank you, Parody Mike.
I think they might have offered me one free month, and then I got to pay after that.
Cool.
I bet
Thanks,
I don't
Parody
think it was
Mike.
free.
I can't see your stuff,
that's
Parody
awesome.
Mike, so it's okay. I can't see your stuff. I do weird stuff too because I have to research. I research the strangest stuff sometimes, so it's okay. I understand. All right, go on.
Time. But this is only one explanation. Another theory worth considering has nothing to do with timelines, glitches, or hidden experiments. It comes from neuroscience, and it starts with one uncomfortable truth. Your memory is not a recording device. We like to think we remember things exactly as they happened, but in reality, memory is reconstructive. Every time you remember something, your brain is rebuilding it piece by piece, based on...
Now, I don't disagree with this. I do believe our memory is reconstructive. I do believe that you can't remember everything. Let me explain. short-term and long-term memory.
Yeah.
So again, you see a jingle every single night of the week that you watch a primetime show. That jingle is going to be put into your, if you're paying attention. Like if you listen to it, you know the words. Like we all know the words to the Juicy Fruit jingle. That was put into our long-term memory. That does not apply to what he's saying here. The reconstructive memory is short-term memory. For example, you are driving on the street and in front of you a car accident happens. You're going to remember what happened, but the details are going to be fuzzy. Like you're not going to be able to say what color shirt the woman involved in the accident was wearing. You might remember it for a few seconds, maybe a couple minutes, but the next day, that's not a detail you're going to remember. It's short term. But if you had a dash cam on your car and you recorded it and you watched it over and over again, then you will remember those things because you're putting it in your long-term memory.
Yeah.
That's why when they say our memory is faulty, I get angry.
No, that's not true.
Our long-term memory is not faulty. Short-term, sure. But long-term, the stuff that we talk about in Mandela effects, things we've seen over and over and over again, things we love, lyrics that we've learned and sang along with the song hundreds of times. That is not faulty memory. That is incorrect. This is them twisting facts to push a narrative to make us sound crazy. You remember your phone number growing up because we didn't dial by name back then. Unless you're super young, FAP, I'm sorry. But those of us who grew up in the days of literal rotary phones or push-button phones, when they were attached to the wall, we remember those numbers.
Oh, yeah.
They were put into long-term memory. Our memory is not faulty.
Millions. I mean, I had at least 20 numbers in my head at the time back then.
Anyway.
But nowadays, it's weird. I can't even barely remember my own 2 phone numbers I got now.
Exactly. Sorry for that rant, but that needs to be distinguished.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I was young, when I had to, like I said, I remembered at least 20 different phone numbers. And who they belonged to.
Misremembering should be a 4-letter word. I went off on Dave on Space.radio. I'm like, I don't like that word misremembering in the title. Misremembering, no. Not misremembering. Anyway, go on.
I agree.
Fragments, context, emotion, and pattern recognition. So when details get fuzzy, your brain doesn't ask for the facts. It fills in the blanks. Psychologists call this confabulation, a mental process where the brain fabricates missing information to make a memory feel whole. And it happens without us realizing it. That might explain why so many Mandela effect examples involve minor details. A missing dash in Kit Kat, an extra E in Berenstain, a monocle that never existed. These aren't dramatic errors.
And use the mouse. Go back to the Berenstain Bears. It's forward. You're going the wrong way.
Where is it?
It's between the Monopoly Man and Looney Tunes. So go to Looney Tunes. Let it play from there, and then pause it.
It's after Looney Tunes?
Just hit play, and then get ready to pause.
A missing
Just let it play.
dash in Kit Kat, an extra E
Right there,
in Berenstain.
Or an extra baby in the center. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh.
An extra baby in the center of the picture. That's all.
An extra leaves.
I don't know. I remember
Sorry.
that. So, yeah.
It's okay, FAP. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
A monocle that never existed. These aren't dramatic errors. They're small enough for the brain to autocorrect.
Nope.
And the more confident we are in those memories, the more likely we are to defend them. But here's the twist.
Go back. Go back to the Queen. The Queen. Right there. Hit play right there. Hit play.
These aren't dramatic errors. They're small enough for the brain to autocorrect. And the more confident we are...
Since when does she have a triangle on her hand, attaching her hand to the cape? I don't remember that triangle ever being there. Yes or no in the chat? Triangle on her hand. Yes or no? I don't remember that. That is brand smack.
Triangle
I
on
just
her
covered
hand,
her.
It looks like a whale tail, like or underwear on her hand.
It looks, yeah, yeah, she's wearing underwear
You know
on her
what I
hand.
mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be something like that goes through her finger
Yep.
and around her wrist to attach it to the cape. But that was not there. That's crazy. You guys remember it.
I kind
Vegan
of
Princess
remember it.
Patriot wins. Hello, says yes.
Yeah. It doesn't look weird to me, so I don't know.
Little Cam says yes. Not sure, says Bubba One. I am sure because I just covered her. Literally just covered her like 2 months ago? It was probably 5 months ago now. Because the way time's speeding up. But this year,
What question?
I covered her and the mirror. It looks right to you guys. You're all taking updates. That was never there. Oh my God. She holds the cape in her hand. Now it would be floating because it's attached to her hand. Her hand was never attached to the cape for me. Now Pushin says, yeah, it is off. Time In says, looks right to me. I'm telling you guys, taking an update.
Except for
You're
this
taking an
darker
update.
blue, it looks okay to me. It looks weird.
What? No. No. There was never underwear in her hand.
Oh yeah.
That's insane. Yeah, the medallion is huge. That was one of the things I talked about. That's the mirror. The medallion is the mirror. It's got the same symbols.
What question?
It's just red.
Yeah, the numbers I remember when I was younger, probably they didn't have the 604 area code in them. They were just the basic 7-number phone numbers.
Mine was 609.
Well, weird. I'm 604.
Yeah. We had the 609, but we didn't dial it. You just dialed.
Yeah. Exactly. Back in the when I had all those known phone numbers in my head, as I'm saying, as I remember, the 604 wasn't there. But that's not much of a difference anyway. It's just like added to all of them. Right? So I don't know.
Well, no, it is a difference because we only had to remember 7 digits instead of 10. So it was easier.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was saying. But then I thought about it. Well, yeah, it doesn't make much difference if every number just added 604. Right.
And Vegan Princess Patriot wins was 619.
Right.
And I was 609.
619. Isn't that Rey Mysterio?
Yeah.
Isn't that Rey Mysterio's number?
No, I'm from the 614.
No, you're 614.
Yeah, 619. I think.
No, Josh.
I'm 614 is my area code.
Listen, stop. Splatter is 604. You're 614. I was 609. She's 619. That's weird. We just had a huge 4-person sync on the show. That was bizarre.
That's wild. Yeah.
So yours is sync with Splatter 604 and 619.
Yep.
So weird.
That is weird. That's super weird.
I was like, you're not paying attention to what he said.
Okay, good. Thank you, Chris. Yes, I figured 619 was Rey Mysterio. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Splatter too with the 619 with Rey Mysterio. Definitely was a 619. Yeah.
Same question. I remember ex-boyfriend phone numbers. Yep.
Yep. My mom called me yesterday from my dad's old cell phone. Like she shipped his cell phone, and like I kept it, and so I woke up to a phone call yesterday afternoon and I'm like, it was kind of weird. I know it's a little off subject, but you know, my dad died 2.5 years ago, and it's still weird every once in a while when she calls me from his phone, and I wake up or I see the phone call coming in. I just see dad. I'm like, that's, yeah, it freaks me out for a minute, but
it would freak me out too.
Oh yeah, that'd be odd.
Yeah, my brother-in-law said on the show tonight, on my show, he was like, yeah, I changed the contact. He changed it in his phone, so it didn't say dad anymore. He changed to mom. So when she calls, he doesn't know which number she's calling from. But I don't want to do that. You know, I kind of like it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's your choice. Yeah, totally, of course.
Good morning, one more quarter.
You know, seeing a phone call. Yeah.
For me, I would change it because that would make me like feel weird every time you ring and see dad calling.
It does make me feel weird a little bit, but you know, but I still like it. You know, it still reminds me of my dad, and you know, I'll never forget him. So
that's totally your choice, obviously, right? But you know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, vegan princess. I lost my dad 7 months ago. No, 6 months ago.
I lost track. It's been so many years. It's been over 7 years since I lost my dad. Longer than that, since I lost my mother.
Yeah.
I lost my stepdad.
I do believe my mother died 2010.
2019. So it's been 6 years since I lost my stepdad. Hello, Weather Greg.
And I think my dad died about 4 or 5 years after my mother. Anyway.
Yeah.
I lost both my brothers in 2020.
Hey, Orla Greg. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to derail the thing. You know, derail the show. I just, yeah.
It's all right, but regardless, I don't remember the underwear on her hand at all. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, neither. Nope.
The board is a little high too, so you can move it down a little bit.
I know they were zeros. For 007, it was 0. But we say 007. But that's because people in phone numbers would call a 0 and 0 for some reason. 6575309 is an example.
6879309.
09, not 09. 09, even though it's a 0.
I know. That's weird, isn't it?
So 007, even though it's number zeros, we said O. But if you remember O's, I believe you, but not for me. They were zeros.
That's got to be the most famous phone number ever. And he found it on a bathroom wall.
Yeah.
And drove the people who lived there nuts.
Jenny, Jenny, who can I turn to?
All right, we can continue. Hello, Salad.
In those memories,
hey,
the more
Salad.
likely we are to defend them. But here's the twist. Confidence doesn't equal accuracy. Studies have shown that even the most vivid, emotionally charged memories can be false. In one famous experiment, participants were shown a doctored photo of themselves on a childhood hot air balloon ride. A ride that never happened, and yet many of them later remembered the entire experience, down to what they felt, saw, and said. Memory is influenced by suggestion,
There is no way, if they put me in a hot air balloon, that I would remember that.
Yeah.
I would never step on one. Never in a million years. If people do that, then that's crazy. But again, that's not remembering a logo or a song. That's a different type of memory. That's an experience. And I just explained to you an experience with a car accident. You're not going to remember those fine details unless you have a video of it where you watch it over and over and over again. So unless you have a video of you in the hot air balloon where you watch it over and over and over again, or a video taken from the hot air balloon where you watch the experience over and over and over again, will you save it to long-term memory? Like, the details will be fuzzy of experiences. Like, I remember going to Lollapalooza. I have snapshots in my head of things that happened. Courtney Love stepped on my hand. The stages were in a field. You could walk right up to the stage. I was leaning on the stage, and she walked on my hand. And then she gave me this cocky look, like I was the problem. She stepped on me, hurt my hand, and blamed me for it. Anyway, so I remember that detail because I hurt my hand.
Yeah, what the hell's your hand doing there? Where'd you step on?
Everybody's hands were up there on the stage. We were all leaning on the stage.
But she just chose yours.
She accidentally stepped on my hand.
Special.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is, I couldn't tell you most of that day anymore. It's fuzzy because it's an experience. You live it once. You don't remember every detail. That's what they're saying. But when you hear a jingle 1,000 times, when you hear a song 100 times, when you know the words to that song, you sing along 100 times.
Yeah.
That's different memory. And they're confabulating. They're confabulating, not us. They're confabulating the different types of memory as all faulty. And they're wrong. So we can go on.
No.
Yeah.
Never. He needs new grass.
I would have sued, says Vegan Princess. I was a teenager. Hi, Kieran. Good morning.
Yeah, he's telling me, he's showing me that his grass is going dead, and I need to plant new grass in his things.
Yeah, he's talking a lot this morning.
Yeah,
Courtney Love killed me.
His wheatgrass is dead. Yeah, I know.
Yep, he sounds like a sweetheart.
Oh, he is. He's so adorable.
Yeah.
Right.
Repetition and association. If enough people online repeat a version of a logo or quote, your brain can adopt it without you even noticing the shift.
Okay.
This is known as the misinformation effect.
Oh, stop it. No, and no.
Heck no.
What it's known as is the power of suggestion, but that is not what's happening here.
Yeah, give me a couple treats.
Because if it was, when I just asked everyone, do you remember the underwear on the Queen's hand, everyone would have said no. But they said yes, they do remember it. I don't. They do. Wonderful. But I will say, I think y'all took an update. But anyway, just kidding. But I really don't remember that there at all. I just looked at it. I've never seen the hand always held on to the cape, and now there's no need because it's attached to the hand.
This guy's deluded.
The misinformation effect, like really.
Never heard of that until just now.
The only misinformation, me too. The only misinformation is coming from the sources that say it's misinformation.
Yeah. These AI generated bullshit machines.
All right, let's go.
That sounded good. I like that.
You're exposed to a distorted version of a memory, and over time, it overwrites the original, especially when the incorrect version is more logical or fits a pattern you already believe. For instance, people expect Curious George to have a tail because monkeys have tails. We expect the Monopoly Man to have a monocle.
This is a man's excuse you're being fed right now.
Oh yeah.
A man's excuse to explain away a man's excuse is a reason, an excuse to explain away a Mandela effect. Some Mandela effects make absolutely no sense, but other times Mandela effects make more sense than the current reality. And that's what he's saying here. Because these Mandela effects make more sense, well, obviously that's why you remember it. Absolutely not.
Yeah, right.
That's a man's excuse. All right, we can go on.
Yep.
Because that's a visual shorthand for wealth. The brain fills in what it thinks should be there. So, from this perspective,
yes, when I think of Elon Musk and Donald Trump, I think of them with monocles in their eyes. No, it's not a shorthand for wealth. Maybe 100 years ago, but not now. And even then, if you go back and look at J.P. Morgan, never used a monocle. Like, there's so many rich people back in the day that did not use monocles. We don't associate it with it because of wealth. We associate it because the monopoly man had a monocle. And I would say it's even the other way around. If you associate it with wealth, it's because the monopoly man had a monocle.
Yeah.
This is backwards. What he's saying.
Right. Yeah.
All right, go.
Because the monopoly man was technically wouldn't he like created after like a Rockefeller or something?
J.P. Morgan, I thought.
So was super wealthy, and that's where the monocle came from.
Yeah, J.P. Morgan.
Oh.
Yeah.
And J.P. Morgan never wore a monocle.
Okay. And
Yeah,
you're saying J.P. Morgan never wore the monocle. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, he was one of the richest men in the world at the time.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's part of the Mandela is that J.P. Morgan also never had a monocle.
Yeah, if one of the richest men in the world doesn't have a monocle, how is it associated with rich people?
Exactly.
Wow.
Because the association with rich people is because of the monopoly man, not the other way around.
He was mega rich.
Yeah. Right. I agree.
All right.
the Mandela effect isn't evidence of broken reality, but of how unreliable our minds really are. And yet, that still doesn't explain everything. Because in some cases, entire groups remember the same wrong thing at the same time across different countries. Which brings us to another theory, one that's harder to prove, but impossible to ignore. Could the Mandela effect be a symbol of parallel realities? Another theory worth considering takes us far beyond psychology and deep into the realm of theoretical physics. What if the Mandela effect isn't a memory problem at all? What if it's a glitch between parallel realities? According to this idea, the reason so many people share the same false memories is because at some point, they did experience those things, just not in this version of reality. It's based on the concept of the multiverse, the idea that there are infinite versions of the universe, each slightly different from the next.
Okay, so here he's starting to talk some sense. What if it's not misremembering? Because it's not. So now he's going to get into theories that actually matter. All right, we can continue.
Yeah, because how can individuals have the same memories? That just makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't, especially, like he said, in different countries.
Yeah.
In one, the Monopoly Man has a monocle. In another, Nelson Mandela died in prison. In yours, Curious George had a tail. And for reasons we don't fully understand, your consciousness shifted into this timeline, where those things never happened. It sounds like science fiction, but the multiverse isn't just a movie plot. It's a real theory in quantum physics. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics, like the many worlds interpretation, propose that
Anything you guys want to say? Listen, I don't care for this guy's condescending tone. I don't either.
Yep.
I agree. Yeah. It sounds like he's just talking down.
Yep.
It sounds like he doesn't even believe his own words.
Yeah, probably not. Just paid actor.
Josh, do you want to? Can you? Does your phone have data?
Why?
I don't know. Yeah. Why am I breaking up? Am I getting robot-y?
Yeah, you're not more like choppy. You're more choppy sometimes.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
It's choppy for me.
Yeah. I can join on my phone. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'll try that. All right. I'll be back.
Okay. Okay.
Where are you? What are you wailing about? Okay.
Now we're gonna wait for him to get back. He should be back any second.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm looking at the chat. Anybody see Bomber tonight? I did not. Not here, at least. Maybe they saw her over at Spaced Out Radio.
I don't think so. I don't recall.
You don't recall?
No, I don't recall.
I don't recall either.
Mama usually says hi to me when she's here, so I don't know.
While we wait for Josh, this is a reminder that we are raising donuts. All the apps are expiring. Oh, Josh is here. We lost Jose. Jose took Josh leaving as an opportunity to cut out as well.
Yeah, that sounds like SAG.
Yep. We are raising donuts for his birthday. It's not really for his birthday. It's because all the apps are expiring and medicine, of course. So if you can help, please do. If you can't or are not willing, it's okay. We understand.
Yeah.
And
We
back
still
to the
appreciate
show.
you being here. Yeah.
Yes, we do. Back to the show.
Back?
Oh wait, Jose is here.
I had to use another account. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Hey, guess what? There's a new feature in StreamYard.
Uh-oh.
It didn't beep.
What's that?
Instead, a pop-up came up across the top of the screen. Any Sagittarius is in the studio. It tells you on the screen.
Yeah.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah, and that must be for the paid version because I didn't see that tonight.
Wow, you sound
like I just heard the normal beep. But yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah.
Wow, you sound different now.
You know what?
Yeah, right, because I'm on my phone.
Yeah, and you know what? At least he's not choppy. We can understand what he's saying.
I understood what you were saying before.
He was a little choppy.
Yeah, no, I was definitely choppy. I could hear it. My internet was definitely going out. My home internet, you know, the home landline is going down. So, cause it's that time. It's 6 o'clock. Yeah. So my Wi-Fi cuts out.
I was there. I wasn't there.
All right, we can continue. Wait, before you continue, actually. Jose, I said Jose took that opportunity of Josh leaving to cut out too.
Oh, wow.
Then you came back.
Yeah, right.
Then you came back.
That was perfect timing. That was absolutely perfect timing because like normally when I join, Jose leaves, and then when I leave, Jose leaves. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I got kicked out. I don't know why. Then I asked for my password, and then it gave me this account. So I said, okay, I'll take it.
Okay. Glad you're still here, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so wait. In the studio says, can we try something? Just as a picture. What if you wake up tomorrow and the Monopoly guy has glasses on? Okay, but what are we trying? I don't understand. I need you to elaborate.
I believe he's trying to say if we can, as a community, think about the monopoly, and tomorrow the Monaco is going to appear because we are trying to change the simulation. That's what Jackie, was doing, and it's backfire on her. So, yeah.
Tie Man, if you Google it, Tie Man, it says the $50 note features a portrait of President Grant on the front of the note. It's not Roosevelt, it is Grant. Do you remember Roosevelt? Because it is Grant. I do remember Grant, and it is currently Grant.
Yeah, and how would I know? I'm Canadian. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at a picture of it. It is definitely Grant. It says Grant underneath the face.
We have a flock of birds on our $50, I think. Oh, there's some head on there. Some old prime minister's heads on there too. Yeah.
Your prime minister is worth this too. No,
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong. Well, you might. There's a couple of them that have been good, but that one on the 50 might have been. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is right now we got a garbage prime minister.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Michael Fontaine.
Absolute
but you said
garbage.
let's try something. I don't understand what we're trying.
Yeah. Well, I emailed Michael Fontaine to try to come on my show and talk to me about what he wants to talk, and I never got a response. So Michael, if you're listening, obviously you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Email me again. Come on my show. I'll give you the opportunity to talk whatever.
I got a better idea. I got a better idea. Good morning, Super Room. I'm gonna make a Facebook group and put you both in it.
Oh, that's cool.
I think he's trying to say, can we all just think it hard enough and manifest it? That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Oh, picture it. Okay, yeah, I got you now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a Facebook group right now.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, I just want to say, I made a post on my channel. If you're interested, like we were talking about something we were talking about like 2 hours ago about the name of the Mandela effect. If you want to change the name of the Mandela effect, like what would you call it? Instead of the Mandela effect, call it whatever. And so I put a post, I put a poll on my channel in my community section. Like I can post a link, but if you want to go over and vote, I gave like 3 options, and then the third option is other. And so if you could rename the Mandela effect to anything you wanted to, because none of us like the Mandela effect as the name. From what I can understand, from what I can see, do you agree, Sandy, Splatter, Jose?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm not
like the Mandela.
Yes.
And so, I gave a few options. Yeah. But yeah, so I have a post. So yeah, so after the show, go over and check out. I'll put it in the chat. But yeah, go give me your opinion, because I would love to see like what people would love to call the Mandela effect instead of the Mandela effect.
That's a good question. I don't know what the hell.
Option was like the monopoly effect, or the whatever, something other than Mandela. So I'll post it. I'll post it now. And then after the show.
Kasoon, it's Jose, not Bit of Venom. Bit of Venom is MIA tonight. No idea where he is.
But yeah, either way, thank you very much. We love you too.
Probably working.
Yeah, appreciate the comment.
We love all you guys in the chat.
Yeah, one name
without you.
Yeah, one name I came up with is quantum shifting, because that's what's happening to us. We're shifting into other realities, but I cannot prove it. So potentially.
Right.
All right. Well, then you need to go vote and put that in the other category.
Pushin', no, I'm sorry, he moved. I don't have the current one. But you can still make it a surprise. I could just tell him I need his address for a surprise. I got you, Ty Man. I understand.
All right. I just posted it.
You see the group?
Nope.
No, I haven't got. Oh, there it goes. Oh no.
Where is it? On Facebook?
Yeah. Yeah. I got it. Yep.
You're welcome, Pushin. I'll find out. I'll let you know. Everyone, that's a secret. You don't know anything about what Pushin just said. Okay. Let's continue. So you guys can get to bed because Spider, we have 2
Every
shows
time a
tonight.
quantum decision is made, reality splits. Every possible outcome exists in its own branch, and that includes you. So if consciousness can somehow move between these branches, or if they occasionally overlap, it could explain why millions of people remember a world that no longer exists. It also ties into stories people share, like waking up and suddenly feeling like something is off. A street name looks wrong, a brand logo seems changed.
I hear that a lot from new people in the community. It's just things are off. Hello, Puck Elf. Welcome back. I heard you were live. Splatter had you on his other computer, and
Yeah,
we
right.
heard you live through the show.
Yeah, it looks like you got a new desktop there, huh? Or a new used one?
No, I thought that
Yeah.
was his computer that he got fixed.
It's still an awesome feeling to having a nice new system that actually works good for a little bit. You know what I mean? After getting live on a shitty system, having a good one that actually works. Yeah, it's fun.
Fixed his gaming PC.
Oh, that's what I use. This one, the computer I'm on talking through is a gaming computer.
Yeah. That's why you always sound so good.
Could be.
Yeah.
Saved him 1K, says
The other computer, there's just a basic think center, but it's a good computer too.
Yep. Even better to have 2 of them that work
Oh yeah,
good.
especially one I got for free as a gift from my neighbor.
And making it free, yeah, that's like the 3rd time's a charm. That's you got the trifecta there. You got good computers, and works good, and it was free.
Yeah,
so,
and I got a
can't
laptop. I have a laptop that I never use because I don't need it really. Because I got these other 2 computers.
Send it to Sandy. If you're not using it.
How much that would cost?
Yeah, I thought about that. You know how much that would cost from Canada to way across the other side of the country into the States? Like, yeah.
Well, I could probably help you out. It'd probably be cheaper. I could help you out with through eBay. Through my eBay shipping, I get discounts. I could probably cut the cost in half if you want to try it. But
I'd probably have to buy a different socket, an adapter too.
oh yeah.
What do plug adapters? What does the charging cable look like in Canada?
Huh?
The part you plug into the wall. What's the shape like?
Regular.
What's regular for you?
2 prongs.
What are they shaped like?
We have the 3 prongs.
Well, sometimes you got 3. You got the big round, half round ground run, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Smiley face.
But what is the shape of the 2 prongs?
Flat or
round?
Yeah.
Flat.
Do they look like pins or are they flat?
They're flat.
They're flat.
They're the same as you guys' plugins. We're not in Europe.
Yeah, Europe.
Okay.
Europe.
You guys got the same exact plugins as we got. You guys are on glue.
Okay,
Cool.
good.
That'd be awesome.
We're sniffing glue.
We can get Sandy a new computer.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
You're volunteering in the Sunday computer. You realize that, right?
I know. I'm just throwing it out there. I wasn't offering, but just a suggestion. He said he didn't use it, so
Well, it doesn't mean that. I got a lot of good pictures and stuff that are still on there, you know.
I know. I'm just playing, bro. You're all good.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
still
you
love
kind of make me feel guilty.
No, don't feel guilty at all. I'm just joking.
Yeah, Josh, you send her your computer. Go without.
I have a laptop that I will send her absolutely if I thought it would work good for her, I would absolutely send it to her.
Well, you're a lot closer too.
Yeah, I would drive it to her for all you know, all I care. Like, you know, it's only like a 16-hour drive to Philly.
Only a 16-hour drive.
Yeah. I could take a weekend, you know, like Friday, Saturday night, you know, I just have to miss a show for, you know, miss the shows on the weekend and, you know, drive up, drop it off and, you know, leave it with, Mo and.
Leave it with Mo.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Leave it with Mo.
Be like, hey, drop the top of Sandy's, you know, like, I would do that.
It's okay, pushing. It's okay. All right, we can go on, Splatter.
Yeah, are we still watching another video? Like, I'm lost now that I'm on my phone instead of the computer, so I don't know where we're at.
It's still the same video. We just heard the guy go from saying we're misremembering to it could be timelines.
Okay.
We're just waiting for Splatter to hit play.
Yeah, it's showing the meta on the screen.
The sense that something shifted, but no one around you seems to notice. Even stranger, some people report clusters of changes, multiple Mandela effects hitting at once, like a wave of timeline shifts collapsing into a new version of reality. Of course, there's no hard evidence for this. It's still just a theory. But for many, it feels more plausible than the idea that millions of unrelated people across the world all developed the same exact false memory, down to the detail. And if this theory is true, then that means every version of your life could be out there, running in parallel. And sometimes you might not be where you think you are. But before we go fully quantum, there's one more theory worth exploring, one that blends science, philosophy, and digital reality. What if we're inside a simulation? And if you're not where you think you are, maybe it's because none of this is real to begin with. The simulation theory suggests that everything we perceive, our memories, surroundings, even the laws of physics.
Okay. So apparently he's going to go through multiple theories. So I didn't watch this, so new for me too. But apparently we're going to be going through multiple theories. So now we're on a simulation. No.
I had to push it 25 times to pause it. You see that? Like,
That's what I said. Hit the space bar, Splatter. Hit the space bar now.
I know, but yeah, I'm trying to get my dinner ready quickly here before it, you know, too late. It's in the oven. I got to pull it out. So can we play this for a second or what?
I don't know. I'm thinking we should wait till you come back.
Okay then. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, because I don't want to have to need to pause because it's playing too long and then him not be here.
Yeah, right. And so what is it talking about right now? It's like what's the thing that we're all waiting for?
Splatter. We're waiting for Splatter to come back.
I know we're waiting for Splatter, but I'm talking about in the video.
No, we're just talking. They're just talking about theories, I think. I don't know. I didn't watch. I only watched a few minutes of it.
Yeah, they're talking about simulation now, and a lot of people believe in the simulation. But my question is, where is the proof? You know, where is the proof that things are changing? Where is that video that things are morphing in front of you? Where is that video that the Bible is changing? Just like Venom was showing yesterday with the whole Bible, to him it changed. He kept saying changes and changes, but and that he was showing that EYA's video. But my question is, in 9 years that she's been preaching about the Bible, where is that video from? Yet things morphing, but nobody has that proof.
Yeah, right.
So this is why I don't believe in simulation.
Right.
Huh.
That's my
Yeah, that's
theory.
interesting.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was talking tonight with Golden Sai, and we had a kind of a similar conversation, and like it. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought, but it's weird. We can't see things as they're happening sometimes, and sometimes we do see them as they're happening. You just never know. It's a weird phenomenon to grasp hold of.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's try this again. I put it back in the oven because it wasn't ready yet. The timer went off. It's supposed to be, but oh well.
Yeah. Give it another 10 minutes.
That's exactly what I did.
Could be part of a highly advanced digital simulation, not a metaphor, a literal running simulation. This theory isn't fringe anymore. Physicists, philosophers, and tech leaders have all explored the idea that our universe might be computational. Elon Musk famously claimed that there's a high probability we're living in a simulation. And Oxford philosopher Nick Bostrom proposed that future civilizations might run ancestor simulations so detailed the simulated minds inside wouldn't know they're simulated. From this perspective, the Mandela effect could be a glitch in the code, a patch, a change in the program that rewrites part of the past, but not your memory of it. Just like when developers update a video game and change a texture, fix a bug, or remove a character, but someone who played an earlier version remembers exactly how it used to be. Maybe Febreze was spelled with 2 E's in version 1.0. Maybe the Monopoly Man did have a monocle, until they removed it in a reality update. Sounds absurd, until you look at how much our world already behaves like a simulation. Atoms are mostly empty space, governed by mathematical rules. Time slows near gravity wells. Quantum particles don't take a state until they're observed, like pixels rendering only when you look. And even memory itself, something so personal, can be overwritten, corrupted, or selectively deleted.
Pause. So we went back to the, you're misremembering, your memory is faulty, it's reconstructed.
This guy's an idiot. He said something also back there that just struck me wrong too. I don't know. I can't remember what it was now.
All right. I guess we can go on.
Okay then.
Just like a file, some theorists even argue that Mandela effects might be evidence of debugging, small changes made to the system to stabilize it, leaving behind inconsistencies only a few people notice. So the question becomes, are we misremembering or are we waking up? Because if simulation theory is true, then everything we experience is part of a design, subject to edits, updates, and maybe even errors. Still, there's one more idea we haven't touched yet, one that doesn't point to technology or physics, but to something older, deeper, and much more human. Could the Mandela effect be a spiritual phenomenon? Or maybe the changes aren't happening in the world, but inside us?
They are happening in the world. Now I lost my train of thought.
Oh, I know. Happened to me a second ago.
Yeah. Brain fart.
Yeah, the guy said something on the screen that I didn't like, and I was going to mention it, and then I couldn't remember what it was.
It happens to all of us.
And now what happened to Sandy?
What happened to me? Oh, the loss of train of thought. Yep.
Yeah.
It happens. You
And
just
it just
forget what you were
happened
about to
again
say.
because you forgot what we were just talking about.
It just goes right out of your brain.
Yeah.
Short term.
Yeah, it sure does.
Oh well. We paused this enough. We can get back to it.
Some believe the Mandela effect isn't about timelines, simulations, or memory errors, but about consciousness itself shifting. This theory suggests that as our collective awareness evolves, reality bends to match that shift. In other words, what we remember isn't wrong, it's just from a different level of awareness than the one we're in now. It ties into ancient ideas found in mysticism, Buddhism, and modern spirituality, that the external world is a projection of consciousness. And if consciousness shifts, so does the reality it generates. People who support this theory often describe the Mandela effect not just as confusion, but as a deep sense of displacement, like waking up in a version of reality that looks almost identical, but doesn't feel quite right. Some even describe it as a kind of collective awakening, that the more people become aware of inconsistencies, the more cracks start appearing. That these effects aren't accidents, but signal that something deeper is
True. I do believe there's messages in a lot of the Mandela effects.
Yep.
Like some of them will literally mirror what's happening in real life at this time.
Yeah, and I remember what I was going to say now, too.
Okay, what's that?
He mentioned that Febreze. It has to be Febreze in reality because that's how you spell it.
Yeah.
It's spelled with 2 E's or 3 E's, whatever, right? You know, and so it
Breeze,
that was
yeah.
stupid comment. It has to be spelled like that, for crying out loud, you moron.
Yep. I agree.
There, I got it out. That's what it was. It struck me wrong when he said that. The way he said, like, what? Like there's a choice?
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's no choice. I agree. It struck me the same way too.
Thank you.
Yep.
We can continue.
unfolding. In this view, Mandela effects might be breadcrumbs, evidence that we're moving into higher states of consciousness, where old structures are dissolving and new ones are forming. It also explains why so many of these shifts seem to carry emotional weight. It's not just about logos and quotes. It's about how those things connect to identity, childhood, memory, and meaning. And that's where this theory overlaps with something even more profound. The idea that reality is not fixed, that it's fluid, and that belief, emotion, intention, and awareness play a role in shaping what we see. Think about it. Why do so many Mandela effects center around media we consumed as children? Could it be because those memories are tied to emotional states, times when we were more open, more sensitive, more impressionable? Maybe these aren't glitches. Maybe they're reflections of who we were, of who we're becoming, and maybe just...
Well, they're not glitches. A glitch is something completely different. And again, simulation is completely different from timeline. So if you believe it's a simulation, actually, that's a question for the chat. Those of you that think that the Mandela effect is caused by that we're in a simulation, can you still have different timelines in a simulation? Yes or no in the chat? Hannah, what do you think?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Absolutely, I think you could. Yeah.
I
what's the
believe in
difference?
free will. Free will will change your outcome of your next reality. Whatever happens here stays here, and I lost another one.
Yeah, now I have no say.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop right there because free will, it has to do with everything of what is going to happen for you in the future, and and also it affects where you're going to go according to your vibration or frequencies. That's what Nikola Tesla said. Everything's energy, frequency, and vibration. 369. So if you think about that,
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in the frequency for sure as a theory. Like I don't know much about the frequency, but I know that frequencies definitely make a difference in your perception of reality. You can just be like one 1 megahertz off, or 2 or 3 or 5 10 megahertz off, or whatever, the frequency, and be in a totally different world. So yeah, I know what you're saying.
No, Super Kazoom, everyone on Earth calls it Febreze because it was originally spelled out Febreze with the 2 or the 3 E's, whatever. And then they took the 1 E away. So now everybody still calls it Febreze.
Yeah.
It's not
kind of the same way that everybody calls in Boston, like Brian Staveley, they call it Centralville, or Centerville, and not Centralville. You know what I mean? It just changes, but everybody remembers it the old way. So yeah, it's nuts.
We can go on. They got so quiet.
No, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe reality isn't something we observe. It's something we participate in. But here's the question that no theory fully explains. Why now? Why are these effects accelerating? In the final segment, we'll try to connect the dots and look at what all of this might be really pointing to. So what's really behind the Mandela effect? We've explored the theories, media manipulation, false memory, parallel timelines, simulation, even shifts in consciousness. Some sound logical, others sound impossible, and yet none of them can explain it all. Somehow, millions of people around the world remember the same things that, according to all current records, never happened. That's not just strange, it's unsettling. And the more you look into it, the more the world starts to feel off. Like something has shifted, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Maybe it's all just how the brain works. Maybe it's a trick of memory. Or maybe it's something else entirely.
Wow. So, anything you guys want to say to that? They just keep pushing that misremembering over and over and over again. They have to just throw that in there. Yeah. It's not misremembering.
I hate that. Yeah, I hate that misremembering comment. It's just horrible. Yeah.
How could half the world misremember the same thing? What an idiot.
Yeah. Exactly. And how do you misremember something that never happened?
Exactly.
If it never happened, you couldn't remember it to begin with, so it wouldn't be misremembering, because if you never remembered it, if it never happened, then you never remembered it to begin with. So
can you repeat that, please? Just kidding.
No. Are you making fun of me because I'm tired and I'm slurring my words?
Yes, me too. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. And,
I'm fading fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how much more of the video is there?
Time to go.
Yeah.
We're almost. I think we're almost done. How long is this video, Splatter?
Oh, there's only like a minute left.
There's only like a minute left.
Cool.
There you go.
Hang on.
Yeah, I like this video. It shows a lot of potential and a lot of theories. It's just not saying one thing.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
If you take out the misremembering part, it's great.
We don't know, but what's certain is this. The Mandela effect is real. Not because reality is changing.
He literally went from it's misremembering to the Mandela effect is real.
Well, he said that a
We
couple
agree.
times.
Finally, we agree with something. Okay.
He said that a couple
Yeah.
times that it's real.
No, but he like definitively said, regardless of what's happening, the Mandela effect is real. He made
But
the
because
proper
people
statement.
are feeling it deeply, viscerally, across generations and continents. And that's worth paying attention to. So now I want to hear from you. Have you experienced a Mandela effect moment? Something you remember clearly, only to find out it was never like that? A logo, a quote, a scene, a detail you'd bet your life on until you looked it up. Tell me your story in the comments, because the more we compare notes, the more patterns might emerge. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get closer.
We're done with
We
that.
should go expand his channel in the comments and be like, yes, I've experienced Mandela effects, and everybody that's listening right now, go to the channel.
No. Do not send people to another channel unless you're going to be there to be nice.
Well, no. That's what I'm saying. You know, he's asking. You know, do you remember this? You know, I'm just saying, everybody go there and be like, yes, I remember Mandela effects. You know, definitively remember Mandela effects. Yeah, and be nice about it and everything, and tell them your Mandela effects. That's all I was saying. I wasn't saying go be nice, you know, be mean or whatever. He was asking, does anybody remember this? And I'm saying, everybody go there and say, yes, we remember this.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
What does Sandy miss the mark on?
But everything we watched tonight is linked in the description. So the
Right.
links to all 4 videos are linked in the description. So if you want to go over there, give it a like, please do.
Yeah.
Unless it's the third one, the second, you know, the one with the
one we
one
couldn't.
from Jose. It says Jose there. The one from Jose, don't give it a like. That thing, it was awful, but it was actually not totally awful. It's very slow. It's great.
Right, but it had
Volkswagen
tons
residue.
of residue. Yeah, it had tons of residue. So go watch it and, you know, grab that residue for yourself.
Hold on
Yeah.
one
Well,
second.
I was gonna
Yeah.
suggest everybody to go see on Puck's channel, but not the way he's acting now.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't see what he's doing now.
Yeah, he's angry.
He's telling us that we all missed the fucking point and we're all fucking stupid.
Okay, well, we can just ignore that for now.
Yep.
All right. Right now, we are going to end the show because tonight we have Hebrew, Shifty Sunday. And then after Shifty Sunday, it'll be the open panel for Josh's birthday because it's still the weekend, still the birthday weekend. Josh's birthday panel is tonight. Josh is picking the topic. He's got to pick the topic for tonight. So
Oh, God.
I'll be waiting for that to put up the show. Once he gives me a topic, the show will be up, and we'll see you tonight, guys. So,
Giving me homework.
huh?
You're giving me homework before I have to go to bed. Like, you know, I got to think about this now before I go to bed, because otherwise I'll, you know, never have a topic for you tomorrow. So, yeah.
Well, start thinking of
But
it
anyway.
now while I do
I'm
the shout
thinking about it
outs.
right now.
I
Yep,
can give
exactly.
you an idea.
Okay, well, wait
Please do.
till I do the shout outs. Let me get these shout outs done. There's a lot.
All right.
So, in the chat tonight, we had LJ was first. Blue Pac-Man 13. FAP. William Easton was here. Bubba 1. Mandanimal. Tarnation, a.k.a. Red Storm. Dr. Bob's Nightmare. The Mind. Pushing Button 62. Neo Freak 91X. John Nada, who just arrived. Astral Fugitive. The Honorable Honest Hunter O'Hebro. Ormine. Wendy B. Billy Powermax. Melissa Bible 101. Freeman's Cryptoverse. Flat 6, who just arrived. Gerald Neal. Carrie Doyle. Singeman. Kim Ray. Jessica S. Mr. Super Sidewinder. Golden Sai. Roulier Benjamin. Siren Offspring. Noel. Propagate This Light. Call for Zero. Ryugami Mikado. LVK, Wolfchild, Glenn Starr, Woofy, Mustard Seed of Faith, Hajime, Go-Kart Bob, Bluecam 51, The Fourth Wise Man, Curtis, Sue F, Hellcat 76, Joe Bloor, Colorado Skywatcher, Kira IM, Tim Mothman, Kasoon Lee, JRG Mighty, Adam for Christ, Granola Grin, Hardy Mike, Post Anything 2, Ken Raz, Anorexic Dyslexic, Spite Fairy Fantasy / Puck Elf, Tracy McDaniel, BT, Cheryl, David A.K. Logan Freeman, Chris R., Maria, Lex Diaz, Michael Fontaine, Roger Ledwell, Heart of the Earth, OA, Time Man, PG2424, Tom Westy, Chow Fun, Tobin Schwing, Burgos, Stanley Karen, Vegan Princess Patriot Wins, One More Quarter, Oiler Greg, Salad, Super Karoom. Did I miss anybody in the chat? I think I got everyone though.
Oh no, that was a good chat. Yeah, that was a good shout out.
Good chunk of chat.
Yep. Thank you all for being here. That you guys are all awesome.
Yes, they
We love
are.
you guys. Yep.
Every single one of them. They are the best because they're in
Yep.
our chat. They are here. We missed you. Yes, we missed you, Spite Fairy Fantasy. Welcome back. Yeah, Burgos was here. I know. He makes random appearances. Random, but he's here. So everyone, thank you all for being here. Thank you again to Pushing Button 62 and to Siren Offspring for the donations tonight, the donuts that help renew our apps, and to help with medicine. You guys keep the show going. We really do appreciate it. If you guys would like to help continue the show, because every one of the apps are expiring, the links are in the description. We want to thank you all for being here, for participating, for hanging out, for lurking, whatever you're doing in the chat. We're glad you're here. And once again, happy birthday to Josh. And thank you again to Splatter, Jose, and Josh for being here. Yes, rest in peace, Natalie. That's so sad. Ann Gaynor just arrived. Welcome, Ann Gaynor.
She always shows up at the last minute.
Yeah, I think it's the timing of our shows, though. To be fair, it's the
It
timing
is.
of our shows.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
7 a.m. Yeah, it's about Ann's time.
But
Yeah.
at least she makes it at the end.
Yeah, exactly. You know, she gets to say hi, gets a shout out. So.
So everyone, again, we will see you tonight for Shifty Sunday, and then afterwards, Josh's birthday open panel will be tonight after Shifty Sunday. So when I set up the show, remember, the time is approximate based upon when Hero's show ends.
You
So
show strange dreams.
it's a guess.
Yeah, you never know nowadays. Yeah.
So most likely we'll be late because I'm concerned. I usually put it for 12. Lately, Hero's been going until 12:31. But I don't want to set it for 1 if we're done at 12. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to set it for 12 and hope for the best. But we'll probably be late because it's up to Hero. All right?
Right.
So with all that.
Hey, Josh, can you check the private messages? I left the idea for tomorrow if you like that one. But don't say it out loud.
Yeah, I can do that. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yes, Natalie was a subscriber, Kasoon.
Oh,
Natalie was here a long time ago.
Yeah. And if you guys
I'm
be
on
kind
Brian's
enough,
channel too.
yeah, if you guys can be kind enough, subscribe to my channel too. I need new subscribers too. And if you guys want to put comments, I will answer the questions you have. I'll be very helpful, and I promise you not to ban you.
Yeah. Tag has a great channel. Yeah, definitely go check out his channel and subscribe.
It's about the subconscious and shifting. So
Splatter, Jose, and Josh are all linked in the description. So is Jeff.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something
Mr.
bad.
Super Sidewinder.
Yeah.
Propagate. Boston Ray. They're all linked in my description. So if you're ever looking for those channels, Hero for Shifty Sunday, all linked in my description, guys. Read the description. Everything's there. All right.
Yep.
And with that, it's time. Say goodnight, guys.
Say goodnight, guys.
We love you all.
Good night,
Thanks for
chat
being here.
room.
Good night,
Yeah, you
everyone.
guys
We'll
are
see you
awesome.
tonight.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody. And Splatter just got burned.
Smash the two, smash the two, smash the two, smash the two. Turn the strap up, 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 please turn it off. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I've seen this show about 1,000,000 times. Not even funny when I'm drunk or high. Why must we watch Friends? Why must we watch Friends?
Is that freaky?
Why must we watch Friends?
Wait a minute.
Reality is not going to be very pleasant when all the good people leave.
I'm telling you now for the 100th time to change the
Isn't even close. How could you say otherwise? The land's everybody. Hero 77 here.
I'm doing good. Now that I'm home and off work.
Why must we watch Friends? That laugh track is so annoying to me.
Fog that's happening over across everywhere.
No. Pastor of Muppets.
This Asian man propagate never too late. Yes.
Working on. Maybe it's cold outside.
Part of your world, it flip-flopped again.
We all come from different realities, like I explained last week.
Then watch TV, sit down and catch those belly. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Why must we watch Friends?